Are we live?
I think so.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you, but
Can you hear me?
we could be. I can hear you fine, mate. Yeah.
I've just got.
Oh, there we go. We're on. It's on. That were a bit delayed.
We've got. I've got people messaging me all over, which is why I delayed the start a little bit there. But hey, we are what we are. We have got 10 fish on today, which will take me to 74 fish this year via auction. Believe it or not. So, that's a little milestone for you. Take me watch off because I'll end up fiddling with it. But how you doing anyway, mate? Just wiping it in.
Well, nice to get home and have a chill out and relax. You had me panicking for a minute, though. He sent me a message, guys, going, link, and I'm thinking, what now? I'm let it bath. I thought, he's going live at 6 o'clock. It's 2 minutes to. Damn, quick, get ready, get out. So, yeah, nice and relaxed, mate. Just had a lovely warm bath, so chilled out.
I've got my pad with me and I've linked it all up to the work network, which is brilliant, which means I ain't got to write shit down. I can just update the spreadsheet as we go.
Some nice fish tonight, guys. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Now we got some little bangers. So I've been getting quite a lot ready for. Let's just put this little ticker on. I'm getting used to how to work this thing now. So just put this on. If you have a look at the bottom, guys, first things first, I'm just going to do a little bit of promotion. The 44 National Koi Show for the BKKS is arriving very soon. That's the end of this month. So Perfect Aquatics are attending. I'm attending. Gaz, you coming, aren't you?
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking. Are you guys staying down there?
Yeah. I've got Airbnb. Yeah,
might be crashing somewhere.
We'll square something away, mate, no doubt. Lee Hadfield's, we're doing our forever yearly celebration thing where we crash in the same pit, no doubt.
Yeah, spooning. We're wolf in between.
Lee's not joining us tonight. He's got his boy, but he is watching. Lee, how are you doing? Just while we're getting people in, I've been getting quite a lot ready for the show, so it's amazing how much prep work is required to get the fish to the actual venue. Bearing in mind the shop for us stays open, so I've had to look at staffing. I've brought in Brad that used to work at the shop. I've obviously brought him in not for his. Yeah, well, I ain't brought him in for his knowledge of koi. I've brought him in because he's got boyish good looks, so all the women flock over to us. You see, although his koi knowledge is excellent. It's mainly his boyish good looks. It winds you up because the older you get, the more realise when you see young boys have got it more than you have these days. But yeah, we have got 4 2.5 metre fish vats. We've got a load of Nisai going, got a hell of a lot of Tozai going, some of which, well, a majority of which, if I'm honest, have not been seen by anybody yet. And it's going to be quite interesting for me to work out how we get around certain things such as ammonia, etc., etc. We're also taking quite a lot of dry goods as well. So those people that are building ponds, whatever, if you get yourself over to the show, you will find a lot of dry goods at a reduced rate to what you'll find in the shop. And I have just put a huge EA order in, a huge Waze order in that has all just been delivered to the shop. So the guys have been working hard getting that all accounted for. So the Koi Show is this week, the end of the month, 29th and 30th. Be there or be square. Such a crap saying that. But what have you been up to anyway, mate, while we're just filling up?
We were out down. Well, actually, I had to catch that fish out of my pond at weekend. I changed. Well, I just dropped video as well. That's just gone out about.
Yeah, I've seen it about half hour ago.
I popped out the 4 returns I had on pond because I thought they looked crap, just coming back in as they did, and I've adapted a little bit of something from the building trade and made it come out as one. And then I had to catch the fish from the pond for Daz's NND Suri growing event from yours at Perfect Aquatics to get that down to him. So that's down there with him now. All travel fine. bang on. Actually, mate, the sumi's come out pretty damn well on it. It's going to have a nice fish. I was tempted to switch it for mine.
I'll tell you what, mate, the one that I got myself, I would say it's about 32 cm now.
Yeah, it's got some good body on Dazzers as well. He's just doing well.
Yeah.
Doing well. So got that down there. And then we were down and moving out the fry at the weekend from their indoor quarters because he's got some from his second round of spawning that he wants to get up to sort of same kind of speed, growth, and move them out. So we were shifting them on and getting them all out. So we're a busy weekend, mate. But work, other than that, just chilling and work, mate.
Yeah, I've seen Daz in showing us his spawning tanks and whatnot. It looked like he's had quite a lot of work on, to be perfectly honest.
He's got thousands. I'm talking thousands upon thousands of fry. He's nuts. Don't know where they're all going. There is some changes coming though. There's going to be some big building projects going on down there, so it's going to be busy.
Budget pun, just trying to find a video you're not in, Gaz.
Just spotted that one too.
I mean, to be fair, to Perfect Aquatics, Gaz is a massive help because there's nothing worse than sitting talking to a bloody telly and a few comments. As much as your comments are amazing, it's just nice to bounce off people, and it also allows you guys to have a bit more entertainment other than just my dull voice. So Sky Dreams asking what time do you start? Well, we've started, mate, to be honest. We always have a little intermission period at the beginning of the show because the notifications go out and people jump on. So we just within 5 minutes we've grown by about 50 people. So it just proves
we might have to be a little bit careful though, mate, because there is a fair bit of lag from what you're on tonight, so we'll just be cautious of that when it comes to bids.
So Rick called me earlier. He's asking if he can steal any fish off me again tonight. So evening, Rick. Good evening, everyone that have pulled up. To be fair, it's nice to see you there and willing to go. So what I'll do now is I'll bring up the fish as to give you a sneak preview of what we're doing. So we're going to disappear for a minute, Gaz, and then we will go through what we've got. So we've got a nice little Chigoi from Hirasawa. Banging little fish, that. Yeah. I'm going to flick through them, man. I ain't going to speak about it because we do about enough of that when we're flogging them. So Kiyotsuori, been quite a lot of interest in some of these in the shop. So I thought I'd drop one in on the auction today.
That's nice.
A rubbish Asagi that nobody will want. One of these Kajaku that, again...
Ooh, that's a little banger as well, mate.
Yeah, it is a little banger. I quite like it. I might bid on that myself. Something for the ladies. A nice bit of bling in the pond. Hiyotsuori. Don't see many Gin Rim varieties of these. But we'll cover that later. And then we're going to get a nice little shower. Well, it's not little, actually, but it's a nice shower. I've kept these at the back out of the way. Yeah, I've kept them out of the way, mate, these. And they're starting to come real well.
This is good.
Little Deutsch Sankey.
I like a Deutsch.
I'll let you guys tell me what this fish is because it's going to be quite interesting. So take a sneak peek at that. And then in the comments, drop down what you think that is. A Deutsch Kahaku and also a nice little Dragon Ball Sankey.
That's nice. Look at that horseshoe on that, man. That's a perfect head pan, isn't it? Little bang of that.
I don't want to give everyone. Oh, no. Let's have a quick look. Comments. There's so many buttons to press on this. It does your nuts in to be. Oh, kick you. So Jigs comes back with right. So first and foremost, I am going to kick us off. I think with. First and foremost, I'm going to bring us up there, see if this works. I think I'm going to kick off with this little beast. So how it works, guys, it's this little beast is only a little 12 cm Aoki fish. Deutsch variety, but the zipper is full all the way down the back. I'm not going to say what it is yet because I want to see what you boys and girls say in the comments. Starting bid is £0, and we'll accept £2.50 bids on this. So £2.50 to start us off. I will sell it at £2.50 if that's all we get. Now, bearing in mind, just cover over the normal basics. Anybody that wins a fish, you must ring the shop up tomorrow to make your payment.
First bid.
Yeah, I've seen. I'm just going to let that go in the background for now. You must ring up, make a payment to the guys in store. They will then take your details, including your address, if you want it delivered. Now, all fish delivered is £25, only £25. We don't do 30, we don't do 35 quid. 25 quid is what we pay per box. So that is what you pay. So we don't get the cost of that. You guys do. Obviously, if you take more than one fish, we can fit them all in one box. But if there's 2 boxes, you guys will pay for that because you will get these fish at a fairly decent rate. So at the minute, then Mike is winning a bid at £10. I will sell at £10. Nice little. I'm going to find a banner. All right. So I don't know who made the banners. Let's have a look. What number is this? Number 3. Number 3 is 67. So it's this little bad lad. Is that gonna? Yeah, lemon harawaki is what we've diagnosed it to be. However, what you don't see in this video, which is dead weird, I noticed it when it was in the bowl earlier. It's actually quite a nice yellow Deutsch fish.
Yeah.
But for some reason it don't portray in the video. But
it certainly looked a lot more in the pond. The last time I saw it, it was a lot more yellow than that. So I mean, the fish do change when they go into a bowl, don't they?
Oh mate, it's like I was like, whoa, because it's quite and I hand selected this one out when I got these because I did get some console fish in at the beginning of the year. These ones are pulled out to the size. I thought it was a little bit bigger than 12 cm, really. I would have put it more at 15, if I'm honest. But for a 12 cm fish, what I want you guys to look at, bearing in mind that this is only a Deutsch fish, okay, is the bone structure. For a small fish, it's got the attributes to get to a real good size. So when you look at how wide the shoulders are and how wide that backbone is, starting at the back of the head, you can see that this fish will pile it on for a Deutsch fish. So it's beautiful, clean head. I don't think anyone could deny you can't get any cleaner than that. And the zipper runs from the back of the head all the way down to the tail stop, which, you know, in time, what I would expect this to do is get darker. The scales get darker. The fish itself, bit of colour food in there, it would load it up with a bit more yellow, I believe. Do
you think with it having the black zip,
Kajaku,
in the zip, do you reckon that it could be a Deutsch key Kajaku?
It could be, mate. It's such a young fish. I just threw it out there because for me, it was going between one or the other. So it could be, but it's not. It's a lot more yellow all the way through the fish. If I'm honest, it's nice pale yellow. And I think with colour food, that'll only intensify it as it goes. Now, 15 quid, guys, that is fucking unreal. If you guys that for 15 quid, £2.50 bids, all right. You know, minimum. I should have started it more than what I did, but I thought I'd let you guys, through the interest of the auction, have a bit of fun. But 15 quid, it will sell for that. Aoki, what do we know about Aoki? Wow,
1750 there.
Yeah, that's popped in. Aoki is, when I was in Japan, he's got more than this, but where we went to, 2 big fish houses next to each other. On the left-hand side, huge amount of ponds, absolutely chocker with fish that have all been sold, all in holding nets. It was like a scene out of an Amazon warehouse where everything's just stacked up. There's 10 fish, James, just to answer your question, mate. Work. There we go. He's also the breeder of the yellow of the Dragon Ball, I think it is, not Dragon Ball, Yellow Dragon.
Great.
So he himself obviously spawns from all this sort of thing. Wouldn't surprise me if this was one of his throwouts from that sort of spawning, if I'm honest. Although I'm not confirming that. Just looking at the type of fish this is, it potentially is part of the spawning on that.
A silver dragon.
Or silver dragon. There you go, from Rick. So Aoki is so in demand that if I didn't get these fish when I did, there was no chance of getting any because they're literally in and out of his place. They come in and go out quicker than the SAS, mate. And that, but only seeing 20 quid. I want to see this go up a little bit more, guys. £2.50 increment bids. Nice little fish, good grow on project, as Dave Thompson has pointed out.
Yeah,
which I agree with, actually. Not even
see what it does, won't it? See how it grows.
You know, for the money we're asking, no one, you know, you ain't going to get a koi for 20 quid anywhere, not even at the koi show. If I'm honest. So let's see where we go with this.
You can actually see it's got that closer shot there. Then you can actually see it's got the yellow over its eyes too, haven't you? And a little bit just at the tip of its nose.
Yeah, and if you look in the fins, which again, you know, I've got to add, are absolutely stunning. You can see that the yellow tinge is in there as well, which only complements a fish, if I'm honest. You know, for a standard of a small little toes eye, it's absolutely a banging fish, without a shadow of doubt.
This is the one that you sent me a couple of weeks ago saying, what do you think this is?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
James, 25. Get in there, James.
I've had my eye on this fish for some time, to be fair. It needs to go into someone's pond. You know, I don't particularly want it in the shop because it's such a nice fish that actually it deserves to go into someone's pond with less competition for food and whatnot, you see. And, you know, I want someone to get good growing season out of it and report back on how well it looks. But, you know, for me, it's an absolute banger of a fish. But 25 quid.
So we're saying it's a wee lemon harawaki.
Why is that? Lemon harawaki. I don't know. Call it what you will, but it's.
What do you reckon, Rick? Other than a silver dragon,
it's a lot more yellow. I'm going to outline that. In real life, a lot more yellow.
Oh,
I say real life. The Asagi will be up probably fish 7 or 8, mate, I would imagine.
You just played your race there, Adrian. Now everybody knows you were watching that one.
Tia's in from Facebook. Evening, Tia. I think she had a couple of fish off me week before last, actually, and I think she missed out on the Asagi that Rick nicked. So, I think she was about 5 seconds with a lag, 5 seconds. So what I will say is, guys, don't wait for me to call 2 or 3 minutes or whatever, because there is a lag. Get your bids in now when it dries up and that 3 minute comes out. You know, whoever's last on that list and I say stop wins. Simple as that. So it's on a 30 quid. Autistic koi keeper, you was just out, mate. For the sake of £2.50, don't let it go. He's not.
35, mate. He's in.
So he's in with 35 Tia. So we got Steve, Tia, and also the autistic koi keeper interested in this. £2.50 increment bids. Get your money.
Got to admit, mate, one of my if it is a lemon arawaki, one of my favourite fish, to be fair. I love that little one that I've grown on through Christmas period. That is a little banger, that. It's mint.
Well, I mean, the other things about, let's talk about the colour yellow in a pond, right? Because a lot of people get quite stagnant with the types of fish. Defo not a lemon arawaki, dark skies and nostril, matsuba, or very pale Deutsch kajaku. There you go. Thank you, Rick.
I was right with my second guess.
Yeah, it's I would say it's a very pale Deutsch kajaku then, based on the dark scales. So, you know, nevertheless, it don't take away from what you're looking at. But to get back to yellow in the koi pond,
£40. Okay.
people get quite drawn in on red, black, white, the Go Sankey range, or the bright, like what I would call the more neon colours. When you put a yellow fish in amongst those sort of colours, right? And I do it in the shop quite often. When you get like a group of showa or Sankey showa kahaku in a pond, throw a bit of yellow in there, and it just changes the balance of that pond massively. And it's the same with any garden pond, to be fair.
Totally agree. That's the one when I lost my Yamabuki. Was it last year? Sorry, feeder just went off. When I lost mine, when it went a bit nuts and I lost it, that sort of like 6 to 7, 8 months where I had no yellow in the pond, it just didn't look right at all. Not at all. The minute that Yamabuki that I got from Rick, New Forest Koi, dropped back in that pond, mate, it just set it off again. Perfect.
Well,
I think personally, I think you should have more than 1 or 2. I can't wait to get another. So the lemon arawaki that I've put in just to bring that yellow out on another fish, because it does look nice side by side with it. I think it's a colour that's definitely needed, mate.
Yeah, me too. And you don't see a lot of yellow koi, to be perfectly honest. I'm just looking out at my pond now. My fish have got really bloody big, actually, in comparison to when they went in. I've got 2 Ginrin. Oh bloody hell! My mind's gone blank today. I'm knackered. I've got two Ginrin yellowfish. Help me out, Gaz.
2 Ginrin yellowfish.
Yellow monkeys.
Yellow monkeys.
Krafty, thank you. There it is. It's popped in there eventually. I've got 2 Ginrin Krashigoys in the pond. And if I'm honest, if I take them away, it don't have that same balance. And you can see it in there. Now I've got black fish, black and white fish, obviously all the Go Sankey and a couple of Benigoi in there as well as a Chag and a Ginrin Chagoi in my pond. So I've got a mixture of colours, and if you haven't got it, you really should. Oh, there you go. Is it yellow or metallic yellow? Well, actually, it's more of a metallic sort of colour.
It's a metallic because it's metallic in its head and its pecs and its dorsal. You can see. So it isn't the lemon arawaki anyway. It's already been identified as a light key Kajaku.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that. It was one of them that sort of betweens. But as this fish grows, I think the black scales will get blacker.
Yeah,
the yellow will get deeper.
Yeah,
the head will stay quite a nice silver white color. And when this fish turns, you can see on the lips and around the eyes, you've got a very taint yellow. The same in the fins as well. I think it will be an absolute fantastic fish, if I'm honest.
When it's a popped up side profile, when you showed it me, you can definitely see the yellow to it. There we go.
Come here with a Saggy got to go to the gym. And that, mate.
As long as you're prepared to make that winning bid.
Just sit and wait, mate. You've got a mobile device, tune in on that. While you're lifting some weights, get the bids in. That's all I'm going to say.
Once the adrenaline's pumping, you might bid a bit more.
Right. We're filling up quite nice. We've got 8 people in now. So what I'm going to do is I always do, I'm going to call 3 minutes on this one. 2 minutes on this one, and the clock starts now. So if you are interested and you're umming and ahhing, don't um and ah any longer. £2.50 increment bids on this fish, please. Let's start bidding. Those tight asses amongst you.
Rick rides a BMX and bids. He does. Freestyle.
Yeah, that's actually true. So a couple of auctions ago, he was bidding on one of the golden corn that I've got. While he was riding a BMX, doing bunny hops, to say the least. So bid still with Steve James at 55 sheets, guys.
Good evening, Mr. Tate.
There we go. Alan's in the house. Granddaddy Tate, as I like to recall, like use him. That's a minute gone, guys. So 1 more minute to go. You won't be disappointed with this fish, guys. 55 quid worth. Well, it's worth 55 quid of anyone's money, to be perfectly honest.
Looks like Steve's going to take it.
$40 seconds.
Ooh, the tension.
See, if only I could have a little drum roll or a 10-second beat just to count us down like they do in Countdown. Autistic core keepers in 60. Right, so, right. No one snipes on this. This now allows people to come back, but the 2 minutes starts again just to hurry the bids along.
Sniper.
Yeah. I like. He wrote something quite funny the other day, actually.
Which one? Autistic koi keeper.
Yeah, I don't know. He done some sort of little. I think it was on your show. He put something in, and it's like it's quite comical. He's also extreme, like, so he has got a YouTube channel, I believe. Yeah. And he is so analytical in how he looks at his fish. And I think when he done the growing show with us back in June, he sat and worked out which fish he wanted.
Oh, mate, we were both comparing. I'd got 4 fish picked out. He'd got 5 fish picked out. We'd got 3 of the same fish, both of us. Well, oh, yeah, damn it. They've all gone.
Steve's back in. So we're going to restart the 2-minute timer, guys.
Ooh. Go on, Steve. Will's Coyce pointed out there, he's got a nice little bit of lemon at the peduncle.
Yeah, he's learning all these new terms. But peduncle being the last part of the tail, little fleshy bit. Right, so Rick's asking, Alan, have you built your Shiro growing pond yet? You're losing growing time. And he is. He bloody is as well. Mine
is a lake, wasn't it? Next to his 60-acre lake. In the small one. Only in the 40-acre lake.
I've put pike in his pond anyway. You don't know it, though. So we're starting 2 minutes again. Autistic koi keepers back in. Steady, Krafty, drum rolls and technology too much for your old head. How's he even giving me grief for old age when he's like Jurassic as they come?
Hey, I'll have you know, Alan can still work a Betamax.
Mate, I seen Al's TV the other day. Do you remember the black and white ones with a white like coat hanger, wire coat hanger that you had to tune in on a wheel? That's Alan's like actual telly in his house.
Sorry, Alan.
Steve's back in 75. Well done, Steve. Good bid that. Or can you imagine if we could actually speak like those people that do auctions? I don't get it myself.
I think they're just making it up, mate. Just making noise.
But they must be, just to keep it going, keep the interest along. But I hope in the future we actually get to see everybody that's commenting. So everyone's on camera in front of you, like in one of them meetings.
Yeah, so you could have like a whole gathering of people with the cameras on.
They can put the numbers
up. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So Autistic Koi Keepers out. Thank you very much, mate. So Steve, you are the winning bidder with 775 quid.
Plus postage.
Plus postage as well. Okay. If you're not aware, Steve, okay, this one is PA 67, mate. And if you can give the telephone number that's going across the bottom a call tomorrow to make payment, and if you want it delivering, £25 delivery fee on top, mate. So thank you very much and well done. I think that actually has filled us up. We're in 80 people in the auction. Obviously missed last week's, but we're here today, so we'll move it on. What do you reckon, Cash? Shall we move it on?
Moving on to the next one.
Yeah,
What we're going on to?
Oh, I've got to put that in first. Hang on a minute. I've got to do my bit. The winning.
This one's all on you, mate. This time I'm hands free in this auction spin. The next one I'm going to be taking part on, I'm not going to be hands free at all.
Steve James. We'll keep that one quiet for a minute.
100%.
Right, on to the next one. So we're still filling up, now up to 88 people. Thank you very much, guys. I think, I don't know, what should we go with? Because
for those of you who are watching in black and white, we're about to bring up a Sankey.
I am Will of first. So, right, okay. Take that away. Banner.
Alan, are you benching then, or have you managed to get somebody else to do it? Oh, this is nice. This is a nice check. Now this will grow like stink.
Okay, so Hirasawa, absolute beast of a breeder for chags. Little Tozai, measuring in at 22 cm. We're looking at the colour of this fish. It is typically the Hirasawa colour of their tags, to be perfectly honest. I want people to concentrate on the scalation of the fish.
It's nice, isn't it?
Lovely clean head. Scalation's almost perfect.
Looking for food in bowl.
Oh, it's just mate, when I picked this one out, I actually picked it out with my hand and put it in the net rather than scooping it with a net.
They definitely are one of those. I mean, as Rick said in past before on other lives and what have you, they definitely are so tame, these fish. This is the fish that will make your pond and calm all the rest of your fish down. I don't care what anybody says about that not being true. My chag is the first one to me whenever it sees, I can just throw in a couple of little pieces of prawn and that's it. His head's up out of water and he's straight to the side. Absolutely brilliant. Lovely fish as a chag.
So when we're thinking of chags, so many people getting hold of Tozai Chagoi is actually quite a difficult thing because people tend to go with more Nisai and onwards when they've actually grown up a little. I don't know why. So getting hold of some Hirasawa Chagoi at this age not only is difficult, but is fairly rare as well. So you don't tend to find them floating around in many dealerships, if I'm honest. Yeah. Especially with the quality that we got here. Beautiful little tea-coloured, not green. People say that you need green chag. It's actually a load of old bollocks, if I'm perfectly honest with you. People like chags as chag colour. So chagoi being tea. So that is the colour. All right, chagoi is tea in Japanese. So the tea colour is perfect.
We're not talking tetleys.
We're not. You're not going to see a big-bodied fish for a chagoi of this side. It's only a small little Tozai at 22 cm. You know, that will come. But when we're looking at the structure of the fish, if you have a look at the distance from the back of the head all the way to the front ray of the dorsal fin, there is a lot of backbone there, you know, which means that this fish is going to get big. You know, and for 50 quid, that's all I'm asking to start us off, guys. You know, I think that if you take it for 50, because it don't look like there's a lot of interest, you've got yourself a bargain, if I'm perfectly honest.
Somebody takes that for 50 quid, it is a bargain, because it'll be double that size this time next year.
Easily, you know. Mike, you mate, good to see you again. Bought one last year, you know, within a season, 58 centimetre. So
there we go.
Clayton's in. Clay bead bracelets, mint name. 50 quid, you're in. So AU the Future has just asked, this a Chagoi or Saragoi?
That's your black and white monitor, mate.
So Saragoi are actually a bluefish, mate. So it's a shame I can't upload a little video. Otherwise I'd show the difference. But if you Google Saragoi, you will see the difference, mate, all day long. So Clay Bead has just outbid herself or himself by 5 quid. I will revert you back to your first bid though, mate. Nice to see you preempting it though.
That's it. Oops, that were an end to tap fault on it. Eating machines.
Highest
100%.
guy. Yeah. So at Sanzai, 65
There you go, Sam.
cm
100%,
eating
mate.
machines. Right. You know, the other thing, what's quite good about these fish, because believe it or not, they are bred to be friendly. Simple.
Yeah.
And that is actually true. It's bred into them to come to the service constantly looking for food like this one is. If you've got a fairly skittish pond, introducing a chag or two, it's something that I do in the shop. If we've got those fish that sit at the back like to sit at the back of the ponds because they're too shy to come out,
This one will bring it forward.
put a chag in or a couple of chags in. They don't sit at the back; they sit at the front with their mouth open like hungry hippos.
My chag's first one every time, mate. Every time.
It's got to be the way. That is one way. If you're into feeding your fish, like by hand, and you can't achieve it, training them with a chag is the best method.
Yeah.
So, okay, don't seem to be a lot of interest in this fish. I'm going to start 2-minute timer. £2.50 increment bids is all we're looking for, though, guys. At the end of 2 minutes, I will sell this at £50, and I will resign from my position. Scalation.
I bought my chag at 20 cm, and I'm not heated, and that's at 46 cm.
Yeah,
that's 2 years ago. But this is the second year, about not last year, year before it. Sure.
You know, I will point out, guys, that Hirasawa is fish grow, and they are one of the sought after chagoi in Japan. So Hirasawa is renowned for his chagoi fish. You know, and this one for 50 quid is absolutely banging. Scalation perfect. Look at that. Reticulation, they call it. Absolutely fantastic. Good clean fins. You can see it's a hungry fish just by the way it comes up in the video. You know, there it is. Constantly feed me. But we're on a minute.
I bet you a tenner if that had had a bit of food in that bowl that they've been feeding.
And from Alan Tate, the head BKKS judge, excellent fukuin on a small fish. Thank you very much, Al.
Yeah, that's what I like about them, Alan. Even though they're a single coloured fish, the scalation on them can just make them. I mean, we saw some really nice ones, didn't we, overnight? In big body fish, there were some beautiful scale patterns on them.
Well, you got to look at the fukuin on these guys. As they get bigger and it grows between them scales, it looks absolutely banging. Eric's just sniped in at 1 minute 45, so I'm going to start it again, guys.
Marcus 60.
So, well, I'll just let it run for a minute. The fukuin is what makes the chag, as well as obviously the body structure, etc., etc. But when that really grows out and separates them scales, banging, that is where the fish comes into its own, in my opinion. You know, it's for me one of them. I'm going to start 2-minute timer, guys. So we're at 60 quid for a Hirasawa chag, Tozai. That's a steal.
It is.
You know, but that's why we do these auctions, mate. We're at over 100 people viewing. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I like the fact that we got 100 people in. What I would ask, though, is if you could give us a thumbs up and like on the channel, that would be really, really appreciated. Netting is amazing. That's why I thought it was a Saragoi. Okay, so yeah, I'll get that. So the netting is, so this is just a comment that dropped in. By AU the future, the netting is amazing. So the netting is that is the fukuin, mate. Okay, so it's the skin that grows between the scales. That's where you get that net-like effect. And what we're looking for when we're doing that is that both sides of that fish are actually quite balanced and sort of like mirror imaged. And as you can see down there, it is absolutely splendid example of what to look for. So we're on a minute now, guys. So if you're still in, you've got a minute to put your bid in.
It's going to be a steal. It's going to be a sniper shot. Sniper shot's coming. Wait for it.
I quite like the fact that people get a good little bargain on these. I dare say that people are keeping their pennies in the pockets for some of the other fish that are coming up, if I'm honest.
Well, Eric's there. Boom. Sniped.
Eric's back in. Good lad, Eric. Eric's got some banging fish. This guy knows what he's
got there, man. He's mint. In his profile picture, it's beauty as that, Eric.
Mate, yeah. I think that's the best one in the UK, mate.
Right body on it.
You know? And this will have, mate, if you feed it, that's what you got to do with these fish. You got to throw the food down the mouths and they will just grow. You know, and they keep eating as well.
Thing is, though, you can do literally. I can just hold an hand of it, just sprinkle it over the top of its mouth, and it just sits there gulping it in.
Easily, mate. You know, easily by the spoon. By the spoon, mate.
That's the one thing I'm gutted about having net on, because it stops that interaction with it.
I mean, I'm looking at this fish again. Like, one thing I didn't point out is how clean the head is as well. I know that we say that all the time, but not all fish have got clean heads. You know, the ones that I select will have. The eyes are actually really, really active and good size and in line as well. And when you look at the length between the eye and the front and the nostrils, you know, as this develops, that skull will open out. That's going to have a very nice head when that gets big. Just looking at the structure of that skull at the moment. But we've got 40 seconds to make a bid.
Going to turn into one of those big chubby face things.
One of them, bit like me, except fatter. Okay. I weighed myself the other day, 17 stone.
17 stone?
Yeah, mate, you wouldn't think it, mate. It's like, you know,
athlete, that, mate. That's
pure dart
competition weight,
mate. That's darts player athlete. You know what I mean? No problem. All over it. 15 seconds, and I will sell to Eric if there's no more bids. I really wish I had a 10-second like.
Yeah, we need. I'll get you one, mate. I'll find you one and I'll send it.
Yeah, I think we should do that. And that is sold to Eric. 2 minutes, just to show everyone, for £665. Well done, mate. There you go. There's the number going across the bottom. This was PA 74, mate. So I've got to do my bit over here now. So that went for 65 quid.
Nice one, Eric. That'll be nice to see. That fish will be big in 12 months' time.
I'll tell you, Eric knows how to grow a fish as well, which, you know, I know that he'll send me a picture in 6 months and it'll be 90 cm or something like that. There you go. Nice to see that bit of community sport. Eric Gorman. Oh, I don't know what I've done then.
We accept me, Larson, asking what size food do you feed, Krafty? Pellet wise, size.
As in where? What?
Pellet size. Home, shop.
Well, I'm on Saki, mate. So I just use standard Saki size food here.
6 mil.
Yeah. So just their sizes are weird. I think it's a 4 or 5 mil pellet or 6 mil, one of the two. Yeah. I don't really know. I don't look at. I just know what food I'm feeding them because of the size of the fish they are.
At the moment, mine are on a mixture of Takazumi and some Coppens, but that's a 3 mil and I think it's a 3 mil and a 5 mil or a 4.5.
So I am taking. Let's put this up here for a minute. So one thing I've got lots of, because I noticed at the show last year, not many people sold it. Takazumi food. I have got shitloads coming to the show, guys. Affordable, good quality food.
That's it. Walker koi there, small pellet, easily digested, mate. That's what I've seen at every koi farm I've been to, mate. All feeding small pellet.
Let's go with this little bad lad. 73. Number 73. This one's number 73, guys. Starting bid is £75. Reason for that is because they're quite hard to come by. 25 centimeters Kiyosuri. Now, I'm going to turn on. I'm going to go over the body in a minute, but I'm going to turn the attention here to the sumi. So, sumi in these fish is absolutely dreadful when you drop them into a blue bowl. Okay, so I actually bowled up a few of these fish today because I've got a few, and I was watching how they changed the sumi because they don't show well on blue backgrounds. They really grey off, and they look absolutely, let's say, not as good. This fish, though, held its sumi extremely well, which is why it's on here now. It's not finished, not by any. It's probably not going to be everyone's cup of tea because it's fairly sumi heavy, right? That's fine. Not everyone's the same. But what I will say on this fish is that the sumi is excellent. The pattern across the memoir on the head is going to come.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice pattern on the head.
Yeah,
it's a nice little wind back.
Yeah, I mean, concentrating on the head first. I mean, you've got that nice little Y shape that will join up. That will get thicker. If you've got a window, an extremely nice type of fish to put into your pond. Again, being yellow, but one side is more balanced than the other. It's fairly sumi heavy on the right hand flank of the fish.
Yeah,
it matters not. When I look at
it's still got a few little windows within that, though, hasn't it? Smaller, but they are there. They are breaks with a little bit of key coming through it.
You see, and you know, this is just how my head works. Like, no one's got the exact answer, but it's from is it Marihiro?
Yeah,
it is from Marihiro. I was just thinking where I've got it because I've got some from Otsuka, some from Marihiro. You know, in how my head works isn't how everybody else's head works. But one thing's for sure, from an extremely good breeder of these, Otsuka being another. When I'm looking here, like, the heavy sumi really suits it, and that to me just says it all. You know, Walker Coy knows his stuff as well. Obviously, people know who he is. Yeah, and I agree with that as well, mate. If I'm perfectly honest, and to get one of 25 cm with a starting bid of 75 quid, you know, I don't think I'm being greedy by starting at 75, considering I know what I'm.
Some beautiful pecs, mate. I mean, good body shape, nice profile, good wide head.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing that you tend to see on these, they pinch in at the back sometimes. You know, not seeing that on these, and actually, like, for me, they are what they are. I think that when over in Japan, I mean, I've got a fair few with regards to being Kiyotsuris, none as good a body profile as this one, which is why it's another reason why it's in the bowl for sale today. But they're getting harder and harder to find, you know, because there's no one out there that is really focusing on this as a variety to put out to sale. So, you know, the fact that we're seeing these I think they're going to get rarer as the years progress, if I'm perfectly honest. But if I don't see any interest, I'll you know, happily put it back in and sell it for the price that I'm selling it for in the shop. But you won't get it a starting bid of 75 quid, not anywhere.
No chance, mate. It's a good fish, mate. I like that. It's nice. And I'll tell you something else. The key will come up on that lovely when it gets out. When we eventually get a little bit of sun, that will be banging when it gets outdoors. Bearing in mind that this fish has been inside for what now? 4 months?
What this? 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
So that'll develop up nice that when it gets out. There's a bit of sunlight on it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put a 2 minute timer on. If I don't see £75 drop in 2 minutes, I'll move it on. I might bring it in towards the end of the auction. It all depends how. I saw
a massive difference in one that Vicky from Bubble and Fins had. She had one that was really quite pale in the key, and she got it outside in the polytunnel, and man, that fish within 3-4 weeks was absolutely popping. The key came right up and it looked lovely. There we go. New Forest guy, 75 quid, in for a steal.
Why does he always do this?
He did say we're coming to steal some fish from you this evening, mate. So
I didn't see it come up, and I sort of cringed inside, like, because he knows. I know that he's actually working and bidding at the same time tonight. I know he's been looking for a key at Sori as well. He asked me to send some videos, but I ignored him.
Did you?
Because I know that he'll nick them. I know what he's like. But I'm gonna put 2 minutes on now. £2.50 increment bids, guys. Don't let Rick have this for 75 quid. I'd much rather it go to someone else's pond.
I shall get to see it if it gets down there, mate. I shall get to see it when it's massive in about 3.5, 4 months.
Okay,
Menswear, what could go? It will, mate. I agree with that 100%. The menswear will definitely look better.
Menswear, especially the memoir. I'll correct you.
That's what Daz calls it, menswear.
I mean, I've got one in the shop that is at 75 cm because you don't see them over here. I've seen it. I've seen it in the farm in Japan. I was like, I've got to take that back to the UK because people don't see big Kiatsuri in the UK. You don't see them. You don't see them in the show scene.
I must say, I don't think I've seen a bigger at one of the shows. It'd be lovely to see one of them at 80, 90 cm. That'd be mint.
The reason for that, guys, is because the Sumi doesn't hold its colour, and when it's up against its counterparts in the same category, no, it's not, mate. Just to show you, unlucky, mate. Someone else has jumped in, which is even excellent. That's Franfret. Steve is back in at 80, and just to show you, I've just stopped it on 130. All right, so I'm going to reset it. Put your 2 minutes back on, guys. Let's get £2.50s back in. Rick, if you think you're getting out of 75, that's me. I'm glad you didn't. I'm not really, mate.
Look at that for a comment there from Jigs. I need to MOT the Ferrari at the end of the month, otherwise I would have no problem in paying 100 quid for it. Gutted.
You know, I think you should put your MOT off, mate, if I'm honest.
Yeah. It's only the weekend car anyway, isn't it?
So 30 seconds has gone. There you go, Rick.
Nice guitar.
£2.50, mate. £2.50 for someone like you, mate. You can't let that fish go at that.
Come on, Rick.
You know, our family carp fishing's in. Is tuned in from Denmark.
Good evening, mate. Thank you for joining us, bud.
Over 110 people watching now, which is banging. Imagine 100 people in an audience, mate. You know, that's
that's what I mean. That's the only lacking side of it for us. When you've not got the hustle and bustle and people talking and having an natter and chatting or having a look at the fish prior to the auction, isn't it? That's the only downside. 85 from Mr. New Forest Koi, Rick.
Right, reset, Rick, just for your benefit, mate.
Yes, I bet they do. Walker's Koi. They're available big in Japan, but also have big price tags.
Yeah,
grow your own.
I agree with that, mate. You know, we do say grow your own a lot over here, to be perfectly honest. I think the hobby for me is watching them develop. You know, but there's something for everyone. Some people just want to put nice big fish in a pond and have a nice pond full of big fish. I don't necessarily get involved with all the nitty gritty of how they develop and all that. I just appreciate it for what they are. I
just hope, Krafty, that my eyesight don't fail before I get to appreciate watching mine grow and develop.
Mate, you'll be all right. This year you've got a nice sized pond, right? That you're
getting plenty of food this week, mate. I've got bubbles everywhere on top of pond, protein everywhere.
Wondering why I quickly shuffled them off to bed. Evening, mate. It's only a Tozai, Graham. It's only a Tozai, 25 cm, mate. Again, we've got just over a minute, just under a minute remaining, guys. You need to get it in.
I mean,
all the
perfect gift
details
for anybody if you know an early present. It'll just
all the
land
details are for the fish are scrolling across the bottom for every fish we show, guys. That stays on there. 20 seconds. Well, to be truthful, mate, if I'm not working with fish, I've got some on the telly with fish.
Yeah, too.
I don't know why I do it to myself, to be perfectly honest. Stopwatches Brocken. It's not, mate. Look, that's sold to Rick from New Forest Koi. Well done,
Oh,
Rick.
he stealed it. He stealed it. 85 quid.
Yes, mate.
Put that at shop tomorrow, Rick.
Yeah, well, I get 185. I know his game, mate. I know how he operates. I ain't going to put congratulations up for you, mate, because you know what. So, the key at Sori, 85.
It did make me laugh behind the scenes of a week when he said, "You lot, man, bidding up my fish. I could have had that for a steal. Did you let it go for like that?"
That was on the Asagi, mate. It was like, shut up. Stop talking about it.
How did you say? Oh,
well done, mate. I think that's a nice little addition to. It's one good thing, mate. I know what happens to his fish. You know,
yeah.
even Alan.
Producing Marky at Suras.
Well done. I have got a few more in the shop, guys. If you're interested, bearing in mind I don't just do auctions. The good thing about auctions, we have a bit of fun bidding the fishes up. Sorry, boss, fish up. The other thing is that those people that are far afield that can't get to the shop easily, they get a chance of buying some really good quality fish, which is what it's all about. So please bear in mind, I'm at home. The dogs are about to bark because someone's just walked in. So I've just got to edit some of that's on here, mate, because it's been spelt wrong and I don't want it to go out wrong.
So the next one, guys. Do you ship to the USA? AU? No.
No, mate. You're the other side of the world, mate. It cost you an absolute bomb to get that little fish across there, mate. But I'm not also anywhere. It's only UK mainland. The paperwork involved in moving fish around the world is absolutely unreal. So what do we do? What we got? 106 people in. Let's go with this little banger.
Red Kajaku.
Kajaku is PA 71. Starting bid £50, guys. 19 cm Tozai from Hosakai. Absolute favourite place when I went out. Well, it's not weren't my favourite, it's second favourite. If I'm perfectly honest. Let's go in the comments. £50 starting bid. Cheers, Rick. Thank you for that, mate. Well done all the way around there. Mike Sullivan straight in for 50 quid. Right, so what is so different or good about this fish? So Hosakai, absolute banging breeder for this type of fish. Before I went to Japan, I had a lot of people saying, can you get Kajaku? Can you get Kajaku? Can you get Kajaku? And the answer was yes, yes, and yes. I didn't just get Kajaku, I got some absolute blinders, if I'm perfectly honest. So those people that follow my Facebook would see when I first got over there, I'm selecting out of this fish house, stood on a little plank. And I think I selected through 4,000 fish in an unpicked pond to get to these. With regards to this particular fish, pattern, right, we say pattern last. Let's look at the pattern first. What an absolute gem of a pattern for a Kajaku.
He's got it all, mate. This, hasn't it? Really has. I mean, it's banging that. Good body, nice bright, good skin luster, and what a pattern. You are,
and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it and mean what I say, like I always do anyway, but you're going to find it hard to get a quirky pattern like this anywhere on this type of fish. Because I was in an unpicked pond, I'm quite confident that I got it at the right time, because I think this fish would have gone out if he was to get his mitts in there. And the reason for that is not only are we looking at a pattern, but clean head, clean nostrils. Number one is one of the hardest things to get on this variety of fish. When I say clean head, look how the color is clean. It's no black in there. The nostrils are white, banging. You'll find that a lot of these sort of fish get really black nostrils. The nostrils on this are not. That's what you're looking at in the picture is not what I class as black nostrils. They come down towards the mouth. So the blackness will come down in two little stripes. That's not happening. With regards to the body on this fish, the head is big. The spine is sticking out of this skin. Reticulation is excellent. The profile as well for a little towseye. When you look at the body on that fish, just for 19 cm, you can instantly tell that you feed this fish up, it's going to get big. I've got big kajaku down the shop, 75, 80 cm, absolutely mind-blowing. And this fish is not finished. So those people that watch me regularly would have heard that kajaku is the reason why I got into the koi hobby. See one at the National Koi Show, which is at the end of this month, by the way. The fukrin, when it grows into the fish, it really, really does. It changes what this fish looks like. You get like that honeycomb sort of effect on these fish, and it just draws your eye in. This fish has got all of the attributes that I personally would look at. If I ain't got a kajaku in my pond already, I would have took this one home, and that's where I am with it. You know.
I reckon I've got one, mate. Yeah, it was a must-have for me. As soon as I seen them down at Rick's, that were it. I had to have a red kajaku, and I'll tell you something. I think this red kajaku is going to be a big thing at show scene this year. I reckon there'll be a fair few of them there.
You know, again, none of the color leaks into the dorsal fin as well, which is really nice, and it sits really nice in the tail stop as well. Balance of color, which is something that we look at if we're starting to look at this on the show scene. I think in a year, 2 years time, this fish would easily grace the show scene, if I'm perfectly honest with you. When people are saying, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, you know, everyone's looking for that. I thought I said 100 quid then, that's why I clicked on it. Everyone's looking for that towseye to go places. You only have to look at what Lee Hadfield does, right? If he's not into kajaku, he's a go Sankey man, right? But these type of fish, you know, they're quite popular amongst the show scene, and actually, I'm showing one at the show this year. Right, as a dealer, I'll just let that fucker out the bag. You know, and you can put a comparison of where that fish was, which is very similar to this, if I'm honest. Right, again, this is far too cheap at 75 quid, guys. I want to see that go more than that.
I was trying to be tactful, mate, when I said that never mind.
I've got an absolute banger of a kajaku that is going to be shown this year as a dealer. So I've let my cat out of my bag, so all the other dealers will now be putting their kajaku away, no doubt. But yeah, thoughts? Come on, guys! I want to see more than 75 quid on this, please. Nice one. If that's 80 quid, still not where it should be, though. Please, mate.
Oh, well, this should have been up over 100 quid easy.
I mean, I'm not one for pushing the price. Don't get me wrong, but I will say this is far too cheap.
If you were going into the shop, mate, you would quite happily pay 120 quid for that, wouldn't you?
More.
Well, exactly. You won't. I mean, you won't be finding one in a shop for.
Oh no, it's definitely not, mate. You know.
There we go. Lewis is in for 85.
I know. Now, bearing in mind, we've got 109 people in here, which is absolutely magical. If I had 10 people that were all looking for a kajaku, to add to their collection specifically, I think there'd be a little fight over this one, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll tell you what does look good when you've got and Mick has just brought it up there. Mike from Koi Beginnings. When we went to the Birmingham Koi Show last year, was it last year? Yes, either last year or the year before. Mike had got both a key kajaku and a red kajaku. And man, side by side, them two fish in his vat look absolutely stunning.
Mate, they are. I mean, again, trust the process, guys. Right, I use that, and I use that not wisely. You've got to understand where you're not buying the fish for now. You bought this fish, you're buying for later. Okay, so the development still to come in this fish is untold. The fucking with regards to the scalation on the fish is metallic, right? So you are going to have that metallic sheen, but when that fucking comes in and them scales are separated by that fucking and that honeycomb section comes in, absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on it. I don't want to, but I've got to because it looks like the bids are drying out.
Come on, James. Sorry, Steve James. Get on your 2-minute timer now. For all those that are professional, you'd have just started your own.
You know, I'm very surprised if Lewis Tree Care gets this. Now, I ain't going to say his name, but I know who this guy is. He would have seen it in the shop yesterday, I think. Although I didn't tell him what I was putting in today. So thanks for tuning in, Shane. And you look lovely with your chainsaw in your profile picture, mate. Just saying. But we're on 30 seconds, £2.50 increment bids, guys. This fish is worth by far more than £85.
You will be getting your P45 out of this one, mate. 90 quid. Go on, Eric. Get in there.
You've got that before me, Gus. Eric's in.
Jules,
again, guys, I'm gonna start the 2-minute timer again, guys. But you know, we're still not where it should be. Where should it be? I'll tell you where it should be. This should be probably around 160 to 175 quid. That's where I'd expect this fish to be. Again, Hosakai, a brilliant breeder of this variety.
Was those the two bigger ones that you had when we were down there last on were those from Hosakai as well?
Yeah.
They were clunkers then, mate. Can't believe you sold my fish to somebody else.
Oh, they're the ones I put online, weren't they? I forgot.
They were. And I said, is that the one you got for me?
Tree Care back in. Reset the 2-minute timer. That restarted now. Steve James has joined in, so we've got Eric, Shane, and also Steve interested in this now. About time. Let's start generating some interest. I seen a bloody auction yesterday of a Deutsch Chag go for £1,000.
For a Deutsch Chag? Do you know, I actually had a Deutsch Chag. Get my dad.
It weren't worth £1,000.
No, mine definitely weren't worth £1,000. But I gave it my dad because it.
No, the one that was sold for £1,000 wasn't worth.
Oh, right, sorry, it wasn't. Yeah, that Deutsch Chag I give it to my dad because it kept getting a sumi patch on its side. It's gone in my dad's pond. It's not come back up this year.
Yeah, I've got a few Aragoki type fish, mate. It was a fully scaled Deutsch Chag yesterday, but we're selling this one now anyway. I'm just saying it's a small little toes eye. £1,000. People get
100 quid.
People get sucked in. One thing I won't do, guys, I won't rip you off for your money. You know, again, if two people want it, I'll let them bid each other. But if it gets silly, you know, it gets too much, I'd stop you from bidding, if I'm perfectly honest, because I'm not that sort of dealer. I will make sure that, you know, we're within where we should be. And I think that we should be in, you know, auction value. We're looking 150 quid on this fish, if I'm perfectly honest. I'll be able to sell it for that in the shop without a shadow of doubt.
Is this another one
more, if I'm honest?
Sneakily hid somewhere?
It was hidden in plain sight. That's what I'll say. It was hidden in a vat and labelled as £350, mate. You know, so people walk past them ones when they see little fish for 350 quid. And that gives those people that are local to me a little clue. There's a vat that's labelled as 350 quid that I've not sold out of because they're all going to the show. They're not 350 quid fish. So 100 quid. We're 45 seconds into this 2-minute timer. It's with Steve. Definitely worth £102.50. Come on, guys. Who's got that last little bit of... Well, I dare say they're probably
There we
waiting
go.
for them to go. Thank you.
105 from Lewis.
Well in, Shane. Oh, let's restart the clock. Nearly forgot to do that.
We need some interval music, don't we?
Well, I was sort of watching somebody else the other day, and they sit and say nothing for ages until someone puts a bid in. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep running a 2-second timer, you know.
It keeps it going, mate, doesn't it? It pushes the next person to make a choice, however or not. So,
I mean, what I would like is whoever does win this fish today, I would like you to show me this in 12 months' time, just to show me and prove to me. In fact, it'd be nice for me to show these sort of things with people going forward, just so they can see what my fish turn out like. Because one thing's for sure, the fish I'm putting on are not shit. They're good quality fish. Hand selected as well, this one from Japan, by my own hand. Not that that makes it any more valuable. It just means that I've selected the good fish out of the bad, you know. Which you don't get if you get console, by the way. You don't get. Ian Cunningham is put £9,000 in. Ian, nice one, thank you. Back with Steve James, 107.50.
Well, straight back
in 110. Thank you. That's good. Let's not mess about. Let's get them bids in. We've got a few fish to get through, guys, but we'll keep it running.
There's a little bang of that, man. That's the right pattern, that.
I'm sort of looking 2 years' time when the fish has got a good bit of body and size.
Yeah.
You know, the frame on the fish itself, you know, when you look at the frame of the fish, you know that it's going to grow well. It would just imagine it get bigger on that. You know, it's like that frame will stay. You'll get a bit more body as it develops itself out, but the profile itself is an excellent profile for such a small fish. You know, it's actually the perfect type of Japan koi fish is what you're looking for. So that's back in at 115. Well in, Eric. Again, one thing I will say is Eric could grow a fish that'll look banging. Imagine it at 60 cm. You know, that's a big fish in most people's ponds, right? Potentially could get bigger as well, especially coming from Hosokai. He's got some absolute splendid examples.
Lewis is out.
Eric's still in. We've still got Ian Cunningham in. So I'm just going to restart that clock again at 2 minutes, 4 2 minutes, I should say.
That was a slight typo then, Ian, with the 9. How about that, you German?
120 quid. Well done, guys. That's good.
It's a nice fish, Ian. Well sneaked in there at the end.
Maybe I should start my prices a bit higher, and then that way we ain't got to keep on screen as long. But I like people.
If you do that though, then again for the people that want to get a cheeky steal, there is no cheeky steal, is there? I don't think personally. I don't think you should.
If I'm honest, mate, I've had my ass spanked a few times on these auctions, and let's face it.
Oh, so we've got Eric at. Are you going to be outdone, Eric, for £2.50?
We've got a minute left, guys.
He's got the timer going as our Eric.
Yeah, probably has actually.
There we go. Here he is.
120.
125. What are you saying, Ian?
If you're out, Ian, let me know if you're going to rebid, mate. But if you're out, let me know, mate. That'd be nice.
What about our Steve? Are you in or you're out, mate? Oh, you're waiting for that.
Let's see, look. Will's put in here earlier, worth over 125 easily.
There we go. Ian's in at 130.
There you go. And I think we're slightly under where it should be in the auction. I know what I could get for this fish in the shop.
See the fish's potential. See where it could be in another 12 months, and then look what you're going to have for your money that you're spending. Oh, yes, you're going to have to grow it on. You're going to have to get it there.
Yeah, but that's part of the hobby, mate. You know, that's
100%.
You know, and it's really nice to.
I would say for most people that's kind of 80% of the hobby for them, isn't it? Getting a fish, growing it on, seeing how it develops, how it does.
Yeah, what I will say is,
Taz Craig. Yeah.
Rick Koi Wholesale, I think on his profile picture has got a zoomed in picture of a big kajaku that is grown on, and that is what they end up like. It's absolutely stunning. But I've just lost my watch, but we're there. Steve's out. No worries, Steve. That was a good battle, mate. Well done. Eric, are you still in, mate? Still got 30 seconds, Eric. It's only at £2.50. You can take it, mate.
Oh, is there with 135?
He's in. Bang in. Well done. Excellent, mate. So restart that watch. Flowery pattern on a kajaku. Hard to come by, guys. Hard to come by. I promise you, absolutely banging fish. Whoever takes this, they will thank me when this fish gets bigger as well, because I think it's going to look, splendid in anyone's pond.
There was a question up earlier on. Would that be classed as a 5-step?
No, it's a flowery pattern. You see, you've got spots of pattern going through the fish. If it was a step pattern, all right, again, you tend to use that more in kajaku. So, Marco, this is a kajaku, mate. If you whatever platform you're watching on, mate, if you type in, the question will show up on my feed, and I'll be able to answer it from there.
Oh, Ian's out.
Thanks very much for joining us, buddy. Really pleasure, mate. Thank you. Good to see you at the National, mate. Eric, 135. Ian has said that he's out. If there's any more interest, guys, you need to get your bids in within 45 seconds. Never know. Someone might want to just put £37, 137.50 in there. Steal it away from Eric. Eric's already won one fish tonight. He's took the jag earlier on.
Nice pair.
Off to Ram Raid the Chippy. I didn't see that. Orca Koi is off to Ram Raid.
I could do
it. Looking. 15 seconds remain, guys.
Sure, we should be coming up for the.
Well, yeah. All right, just to show people, when I call it, it will be on 2 minutes. Eric, congratulations, mate. It's £135.
Banger.
You know what you're doing, mate. Let me just update this, guys. Bear with me while I fill this out.
Congrats, Eric. That's a nice pair of fish you've got there now. I do agree with that though, mate. I think if you can get some of the clients that do come through to you and do get them, and get them to give you a 12-monthly update on it and see what fish look like in another 12 months, I think that'd be mint.
Yeah, I think that will help people understand development as well.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm working on. Hang on, let's have a look. So, some great support as always from the community, guys. Well done. While I am on that community, I'm going to promote my page now because I'm like that. Let's just put no, not like that. I can tell you what, that one there. So many buttons. I've got a Facebook page. Most people are probably already on it, but if you're not, the UK Koi community is what it's called. Jump on there, guys. Within a month, we have got it to 2,300 plus. All right, so loads of people banging on about that. Loads of people putting stuff on as well. So if you are joining from there, thank you very much. Good to have you on board. Right, where do we go next? Should we do a bit of Shinoda?
What about the Asake?
Nah, not yet. We're going to go with this little banger.
We're going to go with the old Ginrin, a bit of bling for all you ladies out there that like a bit of sparkle.
PA70,
gents.
PA70. I'll tell you what, I'm going to edit this and we're going to start. I've got to change that because that's been misspelt. We're going to start this little bad lad. There. 25 pound starting bid, guys. All right. Don't get to see these very often. The Ginrin Hiatsuris. Heavy Sumi, not a problem. The Gin runs through that. I'm hoping that we get a bit more movement so you can see it. But absolute beautiful little fish. Hell of a stonking body on it for the size that it is. Only 21 cm.
Time straight in with a 30 bid.
You know, but hell of a, right. Let's point out the body for a start. It shows a lot of shoulders, good thick body set going down in the peduncle, right? For this type of fish, expect that body from Atsuka to get a very good size. The gin in it is exceptional. It's like that brushed aluminium gin that you see. All the way through. I don't think we've caught it properly in the light, but people that win this will see that the gin runs really well through the black as well. Black pet fins, which is a must for a Hiatsuri anyway, really helps set it off. There's enough he in the fish itself that it makes it quite special towards the back end. It balances it out. Heavy Sumi, but I don't think it takes it away from what it is. In fact, I think it really helps enhance how deep the Benny plate is on this fish. Yeah. I think it really makes them little bits pop out. But put this in for those people that admire this type of fish. And I'll tell you what, I'm quite glad I did because it looks like some of you guys out there want it.
Yeah, it's a good fish, man. It's got a beautiful profile to it, that, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I'm really interested in to see if anything happens on the head, because it shows there's something there, but whether it comes or not is a 50-50.
You reckon you might get a joint just from the right side of the mouth through to the head?
Yeah. And that's what I'm on about. It's like, again, with koi keeping, the development factor is what I get interested in. Over 120 people in, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate that. But I will say you don't see these fish often. Ginrin Hiatsuri are not high on any breeder's agenda. But what I will say is that Ginrin it looks like, from what I've seen in the show scene in Japan this year, they're starting to become a bit more fashionable.
It's actually Kinrin.
Say that again.
It's Kinrin, not Ginrin, because it's gold, not silver.
Excellent, Alan. I mean, yeah, for me, mate, anyone can sit and stare at a picture, right? And while this is running in the background, keep bidding, guys, and I'll pick them up as we go. But I just want to pick up on what Alan Tate's saying here.
Yeah.
And for those people, Alan Tate is the head BK or the chairman of the Joint Standards Committee, which basically are the people that overlook the standards of show quality koi and how they go. All right. So when he watches these, he does watch YouTube a lot. He likes to see what people are doing and how the hobby is developing. Good friend of mine. I'm not going to hide away from that. He is one of my good friends. But he puts down, he loves the running video, much better than a picture. We can see the quality of it.
Yeah. See the body of the fish, and it's how it's moving and how it moves in the water.
Totally. I mean, what I've done, so
75 at Colin.
So for me, right, I listen to all these things that I hear within the community. Pictures are great. You know, head down pictures are great. But everybody says, don't buy from a picture. So when I look at that, it's a fine art taking picture of koi, and it it takes a long time, not only to take the picture, but then to edit it and then, you know, put it up. For me, it's like, right, let's get rid of the picture part because that's a time waster. That don't earn you any money necessarily. But what does earn you money is the fish in the water, moving about, nice and colourful, under light, which is how they do it in Japan. Cut the picture out. Let's have that rolling in the background. That is what people want to buy the fish from. You're seeing it from every angle. You can see what it looks like with a little bit of a light glint in there. It is what it is, you know. So if you go onto Perfect Aquatics website, I haven't got pictures. Obviously, there's a still frame. That's not selected. I literally dropped the video in for the sale of the fish. All right, it's you've got to physically click on them to have a look what they look like, how they move in the water. But body on that fish is banging, isn't it? And
it is,
you know,
mate.
in the background, Simon's took this up to 180. There's a lot of people interested in this, so don't let it go. Get your money in, guys. Let's get this one done and dusted rather than sitting around. You know, just get your money down. I'm quite pleased that
I quite like that fish, mate. Even like what you're saying, it is heavy sumi, but it sets it off well. It does. It looks nice with it.
Yeah. So I'm being told that he at Tori can have red in fins. Yeah. No, you're looking for black fins, right? In the Hiatsuri, it just helps set that fish off. Ryan Stoddart.
Good evening.
Ugh! What's he laughing at? He's an horrible cricket bat.
Good evening, gents and Krafty.
Yeah, that's what he was laughing at. I'm thick and I, mate. So thick, it's unreal. But you know, I'm glad to put it in there.
That's an eating machine as well. Look at the size of its mouth when it comes
up.
Profile's
banging, isn't it?
Big old gob on that.
I mean, the more you look at this fish, actually, I think the more you look at it, the more you appreciate it. And it's one of those. If you was over the pond, you'd be looking in. You'd be looking in the pond, and this is one that you'd watch a lot, I think, and you come back to and keep coming back to, you know.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's a good job. It's a good job I can have a bit of banter, isn't it?
Of course it is, mate.
You fuckers would be you guys would be on the end of a suicide bracket if I couldn't. So you give me so many issues.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you give your fair share. Most of the very black fins in the Hiatsuri variety. There you go. Come on then, guys. Colin,
you're making a brew, Alan. I'm so glad you're making a brew. Thank you. She weren't, but she will now.
We're not putting this to a
2-minute timer's going on, guys, because I
lied.
Right, I've done something to me stopwatch. It's turned into this.
Oh,
so
nice. I'll take you a month to work it out, won't it?
Oh, how do you change it? Oh, right, let's just start it. It's got a little digital one in the middle. It's a shame I can't have that on screen, actually. That would be nice. But 2 minutes have started. Increment bids £2.50 on this fish, guys. Currently sitting at 80 quid for Simon Shears. Started off well. Come on, guys. £82.50, please.
Yeah, I'm right, Alan. Am I right? It's Kinrin, isn't it? Not Ginrin when it's gold. I'm pretty sure it is.
I'll let it tell you. Can't post comments to some destinations. That's all right. I'm not worried about that. I'll tell you what, mate. Rick posts little comments.
That just made me laugh again. Did that when I just read it?
Mate, when I see him at the National, he'll be wearing a black and white striped suit with a swag bag over his shoulder.
Come and see what else he can get at you.
Yeah. Your fish is dead cheap, Krafty. I don't know how you managed to do it. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Mrs. come in, open the back door, let all the cold in, because it ain't warm, is it, for June?
Already open.
Oh.
was. It was already open. I walked straight out of it.
It's a banger, is that? I quite like that, mate.
Like Nico.
We are on 1 minute 30. So Simon, looks like you're going to take this if I don't get £2.50 in. £2.50 in.
Oh, Jeff Lees with 85 bid there. Good evening, Jeff.
Oh, that's took me a while to get that. You've got
sorry.
that well before me. Oh, you, Jeff. Good to see you back on, mate. So 2 minute starts again, guys. But come on, let's get this to 100. I think that's what it's worth, if I'm honest. If not a bit more, 125 maybe.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Yeah, it's this was one that was hidden away actually. I was sort of looking in the ponds today, and I was like, "Hang on a minute, don't see many of these. Let's get this out on the auction." And I think it'd do well. When I put it in the blue bowl, I was like, "Yeah, it stands out really well actually."
It does.
To be perfectly honest, you know. And Otsuka, he's on my Facebook profile. He's a little ninja mate out in Japan, banging little guy. He walks with a swagger. It's just like, let's see the cover photo.
I can't wait to get out there, mate.
If you can see him, yeah. That's the dude there. He does some absolute banging, Asagi especially. But Simon Lee is back in. Simon Shee is back in. Good to see. Let's stop that, reset that, and start that again. Almost like a reverse Kahaku. Almost. Jeff's back in at 100. Lovely jubbly. Let's keep it. Good to see you. Jeff, you haven't been about for a while, mate, I don't think, unless you've been quiet in the background. He must have had his hands. Well, he supports Liverpool. So he must have been sat on his hands for a while. Increment bid £2.50, guys. Let's get this 102. Si, if you're still in, mate, don't let this go for that £2.50, mate. Don't lose it just for that.
Yeah, you'd be good. Mate.
Yeah, it's worth more than what we're selling it for. That's just a sure fact. Not peanuts, though. Here we go. We are minute left.
Krafty groper.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
£105. Enjoying retirement.
Enjoying retirement. Congratulations,
mate.
Jeff. Congratulations.
Oh, you need to take a leaf out of Jeff's book, mate. No one should be working at 105 years old.
Oh my God! See, and there's you saying that you'd be, you could be real. He says to you, you'll give him some real.
Mate, he gives it me more. He started it off tonight, didn't he? Let's face it. He started it, mate. But Simon Shee is £105. Let's keep it going. What does he mean by that? That's really got me intrigued. Krafty grow up hair. Either that or grow some hair. There's probably something more like that now.
Yeah, maybe it's a typo. Grow some hair.
So
could be that.
Jeff's out. So still with Simon, we've got just a minute left on the timer. Well, minute and 10 seconds left on the time. £2.50, £107.50. Otherwise, I'll call it. Or we'll sell it that.
You meant grow a pear tree.
Look at it.
Yeah. No. Bang at that.
I'll tell you what. So the fish that we bought actually grew really well already. I was looking at. Well, I look at them every day, but I was looking at especially the NND Sankey that I had. They're coming to the show with me, guys. If you want one of them. Yeah, they've grown really well from the size that I bought them at to what they're at now, which not many people can say they've got NND Sankey, especially in the UK. Here we go then.
Here we go.
15 seconds. Go on this side. Nice profile pic, by the way, mate. 10 seconds. Did it. Yeah. Boo. Remember it. So 2 minutes. That's sold to Simon Shears for £105. Well done, mate. Congratulations. That's a nice fish for the money there, mate. There we go.
Congrats, Simon.
So Kinrin.
I look forward to seeing that in 12 months' time on the
on a follow-up.
Sure, yeah. We just put a Hiyatsuri out and then Ginrin Hiyatsuri out. And
just put the banner up for Simon. Just to
Koi appreciation. We'll get to have a look at it, won't we?
Mate, yeah. Oh yeah, when we do the koi appreciation. Maybe we should do one of them actually, mate. Is auction fish.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, just to see where they've come from and what they've done. You know, just do that there. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Right, so we're five down, 5 to go. So I think we all know that we got
what's coming next.
We got some of the nice.
What day am I going national jigs? I think we might. Don't know for definite. Might be doing both. I just stay there, crashing car, sleeping car park.
You wouldn't be able to, mate. They don't. Let's just take that down. Let's put some little comments up there. You're very welcome, try, mate.
First time when I did both days, it was good. I enjoyed it, so I might do both and find some digs.
I'll tell you what, mate. I've done, with the exception of last year when I started at Perfect. I've done both days, and it's nice to go around and see the fish on judging day.
Yeah,
exactly. It's also nice to see Al in a shirt and tie and blazer. He normally looks like a job. Well, he normally looks homeless. So when you see him with a whistle on, he looks quite smart.
Scrubs up well.
So
just for me, great.
That in itself is a highlight of the show because he don't talk to you because he's too busy watching fish.
Not allowed to distract him, mate. He's consecrating.
Yeah, but there's nothing better. Even when you know a few people that are showing, there's nothing better than getting in there on the Sunday and seeing what stickers have been.
Yeah, what's been awarded
and who's won what. And being friends with Lee, and I've been with Lee throughout his journey. Every single Sunday morning, it's like, oh, who's going to get it? But we're attending. Perfect Aquatics are attending. We are taking quite a few. Yeah, bring it. We're bringing quite a good head stock with us. Loads of dry goods, EA, Oase, loads of treatments, loads of foods, etc., and loads of bargains to be had with fish as well. So you'll see us there. As always, I've supported the national BKKS, even more so from when I took over at Perfect Aquatics as well. So
Jigs.
Be there, £10.
Dazzle get to meet his American friend again then.
140 people in. Boom! Banging. Right, let's have a look. We're going to go with a Shinoda fish here.
Oh, that's nice. This is a. I'm not going to say what I said it was earlier. It's a lovely Deutsch.
I've got to find the ticker. 66.
Nice. This. I like the quirky pattern on this. Body's banging. Look at the Soroji on that though, man. It's mint.
You sell it, mate. We're starting off. 50
Sell it.
quid.
Starting bid 120 quid. Let's go. Oh, mate. Well, look at it. Perfect body. Got a really nice head to it. Nice. I mean, it hasn't got what you would consider your typical horseshoe pattern on its nose, but it has got that nice little. It's not, well, technically not Coochie Benny because it is to the right side of the head, but it has got that nice pattern around the eyes, not going over the eyes. Good broad wide head. And again, for a Deutsch fish, what is it, Tosai, 20 cm? That's not a bad size fish for a Tosai, especially being Deutsch. Really nice, clean pectorals. Brilliant. Good size. Shape to them. Profile looks nice on them. Dorsal is clean all the way through. And again, the last section of the fish in its peduncle is nice. Good, clear last step towards the actual tail, and a brilliant white tail. No actual colour running through it. It's mint. Love. I mean, I am a mass fan of Deutsch fish, and that for me is something a little bit different. The quirky pattern to it as well just sets it off perfect. It is a nice all-rounder, good body, and Shinoda, man. Do we need to say any more? Shinoda, 20 cm for a toe size, starting bid at 50 quid. Tell me where you could get anything like that for 50 quid anywhere. Let's see your bids, ladies and gents.
Right, Shinoda. Getting hold of his fish. I think if people watch Lee's videos, they'll see when he went back there, whenever it was the last time out, he went into Shinoda, all of his ponds empty.
There we go. That's what we want to be seeing. 100 quid all day, every day. Well,
all of his ponds absolutely empty. He looked after me, actually. I spent a good bit of money with him, and I asked him, now you're not allowed to pick these fish, just so you know. He will, if you pay a bit more money, he'll look after you a bit, which is what I've done. Right, so I've got a real good selection. When you're looking at the Deutsch variety, right, you can quickly get body shape where you'll get a long fish that turns into a little pasty rugby ball. So when you're looking at Tozai, you want to have a look at the slenderness of the fish more than body at the top, short, light sort of taper in that way, because they grow different to a scaled variety. So, you know, when we're looking at what Shinoda does, we all know he's brilliant at Hiatsuri, but if you get his good top end, i.e. what you're seeing on screen, Deutsch fish, that is what else he excels at. That's really all that you tend to see.
Look at the penny on it, though.
Some of the fish that he does, mate, if it don't fit into the category, i.e. Deutsch Go Sankey or Hiatsuri, he'll put into a free pond for people just to come and help themselves, because he does. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, that's what he puts behind. So the fish that get through, you know, are absolutely mental. And quality, VHQ on this all day long.
The Benny on that, look at it from the head plate all the way through the body, all the way right through to the last dam, is perfect all the way through it.
This Benny plate is excellent all the way through the fish. The Shiroji is spotless.
It is. The Shiroji is extremely good.
What you're looking for in the Deutsch fish is the transition from one color to another. Okay, so this fish is really sharp outlined.
Yeah,
which is
it's like it's been
hand painted, yeah, 100%, mate. You know, right pond, good bit of color food in it.
That's a Lee Hadfield fish. That
100%. He didn't even know I had this. Otherwise, he would.
I can guarantee you, if Mr. Hadfield were on here, he would be getting a tingle in his peduncle, as he said last time we were on.
You know, it's quirky, a quirky pattern.
It is a quirky pattern. Something different, isn't it?
You know, and I think that in itself, the fact that it's a Deutsch fish, you know, you haven't got to worry about the sashi and the kiwa, etc.
No.
You know, so they hold the pattern a lot, in my opinion, a lot better than what they would if this was a scale variety.
The lightning bolt thing.
Inazuma.
I mean, it's what? Sorry,
Inazuma.
It is that type of pattern, isn't it? Really,
but it's not. It's more of a flowery,
of
a flowery pattern again. And too many people go for the same old 1, 2, 3 step kahaku, etc. All right, let's jazz it up a bit, because it makes the fish look a lot more interesting, in my opinion. But 100 quid is a good bid to go with. I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on it, because there isn't any more. £2.50 is all you need to win the fish, guys. The biggest compliment I can give is that every time I look away and look back, I'm like, wow, every time. Come on in, Craig. £102.
That's it, Craig. Just stick it in for £2.50 on top. Honestly, you're going to see that fish in your pond. The Saroji that's going to be popping on that and seeing that fish coming up to feed in your pond, it's mint.
It's a beautiful.
It is. That's my kind of fish. That's what I like in a fish, Krafty. I mean, a lot of Deutsch is my favourite, and Alan Tate even tells me off for it because he spent all that time getting perfect scales, and I just want to take them all off. But for me, that's my kind of fish. That something different.
I personally think that everyone should have a mixture of fish. You shouldn't just stick to one or the other. There's so many varieties of koi.
Can't the gaffers next to me watching?
Yeah, true that.
There you go, Colin. 102.75.
I'm gonna reset that. You know, if you stick down one line, it looks. You know, I don't think you can get away with for me, a black and white pond is amazing. Put a bit of yellow in there with it, looks even better. All right, but there's so many varieties, and I love all of the varieties. For me, I'd want to have one of everything, and
that's what I want to do.
Me off for that.
Yeah.
So she don't know, but I'm actually going to extend the pond next year.
Yes, he does do delivery. £25, mate. No profits made on delivery. All deliveries are £25 per fish. Fanfret Steve, you know you want it.
Come on, guys, let's start bidding on it. If we're interested, let's get it on it. £2.50. £2.50 increment bids. Got 2 minutes timer started again.
I really did think this one would rock it, mate. I thought this would be a catch of this one.
Per box, Bobby. Per box, mate.
Ian in with 1 or 10. Sorry, 110.
Oh, Ian didn't win that. I was going to say Ian's already won one, but he got done, didn't he?
He did, mate. Yeah. So he knows he's got 135 to play with.
You know, I mean, all right. Let's look. Where's this going to go? It's not going to reach a meter, guys. Everyone seems to think that all koi reach a meter. All right, Deutsch fish. You know, the art of a Deutsch fish keeping the body shape. So you got to start somewhere. It's a good profile it's a good structure for a Deutsch fish on this variety. If you get 60 cm out of a Deutsch fish this type, you're doing really well, and you wouldn't really expect it. Well, maybe 70 at a push. All right, but that's because they're a scaleless variety, guys. Oh, let's restart that watch because I didn't.
What I like about it, Krafty, more than anything is how clean them pecs are, and the dorsal and the tail. That is mint. The Saroji on that is what makes that pattern more so.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. You know, it's very clean, very clean. You know, which is why it's there. To be fair, you know.
Delivery £20 a box, cheapest you'll find.
That is true. That is true, guys. I am, as far as I'm aware, the cheapest out of anybody that delivers fish. Actually, and there's a reason for that. We've got such a good account with the amount of deliveries that we do. You know, that means that our delivery cost is less because we do more. Okay, so it's not because of anything other than we're a big shop. We do a lot of deliveries, you know. So this Deutsch is amazing. I have a Kahaku and the Ginring Kahaku. All I need is a Deutsch Kahaku, and this would outshine them both. Get your hand in your pocket then, son. £2.50 on top of that is all you need.
Isn't it? So you can't, mate.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. I'll say this much.
Sorry,
if I had just bought some fish from our pond, I would have been bidding on this fish. For sure.
30 seconds, guys. £2.50.
We've got another four or five to go. Four more to go, mate. Fanfret Steve, we're on 115.
Oh, well in, Manfred. So stop, reset, start again. 2 minutes ago and again.
Yeah. Whoever
Again,
gets this,
12 months'
please
time,
do
I'd
show
like to
us
see
in the
that fish.
future, because I would like to see what this does.
I've got a fish that you might be interested in, guys. I've got a nice. I've kept it out
Is
the
it
way.
that? Is it that Deutsch? Deutsch
Sankey,
Sanker?
what I've got.
Yeah, that one's well nice.
I think it's about 55 cm. That
Yeah, it's really nice.
I've got
Nice
another
fish.
one. I've got another one that you might like. It's
There's
about
quite a few in your on that I like, mate, to be fair.
about 35 cm. Ian's back in 120. Let's stop,
Ian.
reset, start again. If you're out, you've got 2 minutes to bid this up. Let's keep going, guys.
Little belter. And blue eyes. Lovely.
They're not bad, are they? People always commented on me blue eyes, guys.
Pamphlet says he's out.
That's a shame. We've got a minute and a half then, guys, if you want it. £2.50 is all you need to put on the total on the screen. From Shinoda Baby, he breeds here at Sorry Baby. Come on.
Yeah, that's a wicked idea. Can one of you guys do an identify night for those with koi are unsure what they are? I got one around 70 cm, no idea what it is. Sure,
Well,
there's many more people out there. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
Tell you what, guys, why don't you put that into your live show for those people that don't know? We've got 140 people.
ID my koi. That's a belting idea.
So, Gaz,
There's enough people on there on the night, isn't there, to go through
we're
it.
doing what 180 people now watching regularly.
Yeah, I had 184 last week.
So, for those people that don't know, Gaz, the guy below me, he's got a YouTube channel, obviously. Every Thursday, big panel of people join him, and we've been sitting it now. How long now for, Gaz? Year and a half?
I've been doing it for just over it might be 2 years-ish, thereabouts. But collectively, as a more of a bigger panel as what we're doing, probably about a year and a half-ish, yeah.
Yeah, so every Thursday, 7:30. Is that right? 7:30?
Yeah, 7:30 onwards. We don't have a well, basically we do it till we've either exhausted the topics or everybody's fallen to sleep.
So it's Gaz's Koi Pond, right? That's his YouTube channel, guys. He's just broke the 2K barrier, right, on a Thursday evening at 7:30. We have just gone past 2 minutes. So Ian, congratulations, mate.
That's it.
120 squiddly diddlies. Let me just put this up.
Little bang of that, mate.
Boom, boom, boom. That one.
Right up my street, that.
Just to remind everyone, I've got to do this bit first, don't I?
It's a lot like the one that I had, which the Aaron got. That's why I like that fish. A heck of a lot like.
Deutsch Gahaku there. 650 quid. Well done. It makes me wonder if people go, I didn't bid that. Just
EMAF says, good idea that most people have at least one unidentified fish. I certainly do. Yeah, I think I've got one myself, mate, that I'm not 100% sure.
I need to do that bit. Onto that bit.
Yes.
So onto that bit.
Just come back and show your question. Good one for Gaz's Live. I totally agree, Alan. And you shall be partaking within it. Can we just put them down as Kawari Mono if we don't know them? It's Kawari Mono, that.
Narcolepsy. For those people that don't know, that's people that fall asleep. Good idea. Most people have at least one identified fish.
It wasn't, does tell me.
Look, I like the way Rick sat there on a stopwatch, hasn't he? Yeah. That's mint. I like that, mate. I like that. So
what the heck is a Kawari Mono? Go on, Krafty.
No. I'll tell you what we like to do is do a bit of homework. You spelt it really well. Do a bit of homework rather than everyone telling you. Do a bit of research and you'll learn a bit more about it at the same time.
Yeah,
but on Thursday nights, let's do that, guys. I think that's good. I think ideas going forward. Let's do, because I know if Chris Taylor's not on here tonight, is he? He's had some good fish off me. You've had some good fish, but yeah, I've still got Yeah.
I lost one of them, mate.
You know,
I've got two
auction
very,
fish.
very nice fish from you, mate.
It'd be nice to see, right? And let's say, right, let's look at auction fish that have not necessarily done what you'd expect, and the ones that have done really well as well. Irrespective of how they've turned out, I think it'd be good to see what you end up with, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'd be a good idea, mate. So
thank you very much for the suggestion, Mick. That's a belting idea.
Okay, over 150 in now. Just go over a couple of points. So we've got 4 fish remaining. Bids in on these guys. Just type your bid in. Whatever finishes on the screen at the end of the 2-minute timer when I call it, will win the fish. Every fish, all you need to do is ring the number that's scrolling across the bottom in the shop tomorrow. Make your payment. If you want delivery, the guys will take your address details, and it's an additional £25 a box, not per fish, each box. Or alternatively, you can come and collect. It's not a problem. Okay, guys. So
your Facebook group page is again the UK Koi Community.
Okay, so UK Koi Community, and also GKP, and also Krafty Koi and Perfect Aquatics. Let's get them all in there.
Get them all in.
You know what I mean?
We've all got one.
So Fen's watching as well. Those people that don't know, Fen does her own printing business for mugs and stuff. So look her up. She does a banging job, actually.
Stunning, beautiful barn owls as well.
Yeah, and I've asked her for a quote on some, actually. Right, let's have a look.
What, as in a types of actual birds?
Some merch.
Oh, some merch. Sorry, you said you meant some of the birds.
Some merch for Krafty Koi, because I don't know, I've been going 2 years now, something like that.
Yeah, I'm still not going to coffee mug from you.
Yeah, I've never made one.
Not a view from I. So that was
that's bang out of order as well. That
I'll get you one sent out, mate.
Let's go. What have we got left? Oh,
there we go. Oh, look, all my auction fish are coming along nicely, mate. From Mark. Hope you're good, bud. Oh, we're going with a Deutsch one again.
Yeah, why not? It's Shinoda as well.
Deutsch theme going.
I've just got to find the bloody ticker. 66. There you go. 50 quid to start off.
And if you want a Welsh American friend, look me up. Oh, dear me. This is a nice fish, mate. This is a beautiful little Deutsch Sankey.
Right, Deutsch Sankey again. I thought to myself, right, if we do a Gahaku, let's complement it with a Sankey. Let's keep it in the Go Sankey range from the same breeder.
Ex Crafter. Perfect.
Mate, well, I ain't being funny, mate, but 50 quid needs to go on there, because
this needs to rock it up. That's a belting fish.
It's got everything for a Deutsch fish. Okay. It's already showing, right, body wise, it's exactly what it should be. All right, body wise, exactly what it should be. It's going to be a good wide set fish. When you're looking at Benny placement,
you got wrong ticket. You got wrong ticket, mate. This says Shinoda Deutsch Gahaku when it's
well, blow me down. Let me
Deutsch Sanka.
Oh, it's number 68, mate.
There
you go. It's 19 cm Tozai Deutsch Sankey from Shinoda, baby. Right. Right, let's get back to it then. Body profile, banging. You can all see that. Perfect shape for what this fish should be. Benny, the Benny plate, strong, balanced throughout the fish, free step with a little bit in the tail stop, which just adds to the exquisite sort of nature of the pattern on this fish. And then when you look at the sumi placement, it is exactly where it should be. It has got everything going for it. This fish is top quality, top draw. And Colin straight in with 75. Thank you very much. Right, so when you look at the spot that's on the head, the spot that's within the Benny spot at the back, right, honest to God, it is blacker than black. It is so deep, the sumi in that is mental. There is still a little bit more to come, which is what you're looking for, but you'll also see that there's a bit of sumo sumi in there as well. So just got a text in there with
100. Go on, Mark. Look at the Tajir, mate, in its pecs. Perfect with the odd. It's mint, that, mate. That is a belter.
Mate, honest to God,
For all those that don't know, a Sankey should have.
That needs to keep going up because it's a belter.
It is a belter. They should have an odd number of. They shouldn't have 2 in one side and 2 in the other, or 3 in one and 3 in the other. They should have the odd. They should have 1 or a 3 and a 5 or whatever, but they should have an odd set with the traditional.
So the Tejame in the fins, right? It's the streaks between the rays. So in a Sankey, you're looking for odds and evens. Okay, so one is odd, one is even. That's nitty gritty detail, and for the purest amongst people,
it shows a nice piece, mate, doesn't it? It shows a nice fish. It's got everything. It's got the potential. It's got that sumi that's coming up there. Yeah, look, I've been doing my homework, Callum. I have.
And well, you can only talk about a fish so much. It's got everything that you need for a fish of this size to go on 2 places. It's not a show fish for now. It's a show fish for when all that sumi comes. And I'll put my hand on my heart and say that if you can keep the quality in the fish, which is, to be fair, most of it's done for you already. If you can just sit on it, keep it alive, don't overfeed it so it gets fat, but feed it properly so it grows properly within the same profile as what you're seeing now, another 20, 30 cm on it. When that sumi comes, I promise you, this is a contender in a show pond, without a shadow of doubt, in a Deutsch section. Yeah. At the moment, not ready, but it needs time, and trust the process because it'll come. I agree. As soon as it comes in on the shoulders and a little bit within the shiroji that overlaps on the benny plates, all right, it changes what this fish is all about.
Nisai into Sansai, that fish is going to look banging.
That's a real good way of putting it, actually, Gus. Yeah. Well in, mate. Yeah. I'm going to steal that, I think.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Nisai into Sansai, mate, is, if that sumi comes around that point. Yeah. Now, bearing in mind, it can take 4 years. I don't think it will. It's so high up in the skin now. I don't think it'll take 4 years for it to show properly, i.e. the sumi. So, Nisai, potentially going to be there. It's already, what's up. When I say what's up, I'm on about the sumi that's already up. If you look when we get round again to the spot that's just sat on the dorsal fin, have a look how deep the black is, because that's what it's like on the rest of the fish.
Yeah. Those couple of little patches that had to come up within the right hand flank. And then again, one just at the left between the 2 benny plates. It's going to be nice, is that, mate? That's one thing I've noticed with the Sankey that I bought years and years ago. Well, 2 years ago when I bought it. It hardly had any sumi on it at all. And that fish is progressively developing. And I'm happy with it for what I paid for that fish, 12 quid. It was an absolute little banger, but it was only a little tiddly thing. And now it's pushing 38 cm, and it's a nice looking fish. It does look like a bit of a poppy pattern on that side, doesn't it?
I'm absolutely gutted he's just pointed that out, because if I'd have noticed, I don't associate the patterns with things. I look at the pattern, but now that's been pointed out.
Yeah.
That should be a mark, really, shouldn't it? But I'm not going to bid on my own fish. That's wrong. I'm not going to do it. That's wrong.
Get the wife to quick. Tell her to run it over the side of the room. Good bid. Come on.
I'm sorry. This one jumped out. Yeah. I've just been informed this one's jumped out into my pond, is what I should put. But come on then, guys. I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on. 140 people in the chat or watching. If I can
surprised me this one, mate. I really did think this one would have been going up there.
Okay, yeah, but it is what it is. if anything, maybe I should have sat on this fish for a year, grown it out a bit, and then plopped it back in the pond. You know, they're the sort of things. But what I don't want to take away. This is a very high quality fish that, with the development and trust in the process, will turn into something special. I think. You know,
Colin, you got a bargain there, mate. If you steal this,
we're going to need an update on all of them.
I agree, mate. Just think of all these people that you're making happy by putting all these fish in the ponds, Krafty. Oh, Mark's in with a steal. Sneaky in there.
Oh, nice. Too bloody cheap, mate. It's too cheap.
It is. It's just Shinoda as well, guys. Come on. This is
it's only a small fish. Let's not get away from that. But you know, I think that when we're buying our koi, we don't buy, if we're not buying for now, which you shouldn't be, right? Unless you're looking for a particular fish at that size for a show, you should look for the future. And for me, that fish is absolutely banging for 1 to 2 years' time.
Yeah.
One thing I wish I had was a small grow-on facility to put these sort of fish in, because
I know of a good group of people that are well into coming and doing projects, mate. Just you stay the day, we'll be there. Come render it.
You know. No, I'm on about at the shop, mate.
Yeah, you're gonna. All right in the shop. You think you're doing get grow on in shop?
Yeah, because like when you look at the likes of Rick and whatnot, the polytunnels, you know, they can grow the fish on.
You want to get some heat on them and put some size into keep this into from knee side into sand side, and then you would be able to fetch a price for it.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, come on, guys. Where else can you buy a fish with a poppy on its side?
Oh, true.
We'll have that one, Jigs. Thanks very much, mate.
In fact, it's got to be called Poppy, isn't it?
Jigs.
I'll tell you what, mate. You say that, right? But the old bird that lives next door. Now, I know she won't be watching this YouTube channel, but she must be about 150. All right. So when she does go, I will try and buy the property next door just so I can get a double property, mate. I need a tunnel. Okay, that's 2 minutes up, guys. So, Mark, well done, mate. I've just stopped the watch, but just to prove it to everyone, 2 minutes, 1 second.
Congrats, Mark. Please do show us that one in the future, mate, because that's going to be a belter.
Yeah.
I think it is, anyway.
Well, no, it is, without a shadow of doubt.
Belter already.
So this one, mate, is PA068. If you have a look, there's a number that appears on the ticker coming through. Just give us a call tomorrow, mate. Make a payment or come and collect in store, mate.
462-850-822.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Yeah, well done, Mark. That's a nice fish, mate. Next one, we're going to put some scales back on it for you. I don't think there's any more Deutsch left, is there? My son's just come downstairs and cooked a pizza and it smells lovely. Lousy sod.
That's what I just had to mute because we dog's barking its head off.
That smells lovely.
Right, let's I'm just gonna go with let's go with this one. In fact, let's go with this one.
Oh,
let's go with this one.
Yeah.
I did say it was going to come up about this sort of time, so I know someone needs to go to the gym. Otsuka. I need to change that up to there.
Chibi Nisai.
Right, let me just put a couple of these up. Well done. Congratulations. Wow, well done, Mark. Congratulations, etc., etc. That's all good. Wow, that's all we need to say, Gaz. Starting with 75.
Wow, that's it. Wow, there we go. Chibi Nisai, 30 cm, Asage, Otsuka says it all. Look at it. It's mend. Starting bid up north. Now, that will be a big fish if he gets his hands on it.
And Lucky Nige.
Taz does.
Go on then, mate.
Look at the pecs on that. Look at they're like mirror images of each other, man. That is a banger, that Krafty. Absolutely stunning.
There you go.
There we go.
I'm gonna let that go up in the background. So Otsuka, he is one of, if not the best, between him and Oya, they are the best Asagi breeder in the world, without a shadow of doubt. Oya's fish, they belly up fairly early, a lot earlier than Oya fish. Oya's belly tends to come later on. But when we're looking at this for a Chibi Nisai, he actually invited, when he knew it was my first trip to Japan, he said, jump in, took me up the road, up the hill. There was a tiny little greenhouse. And he said, I've got these for you. Are you interested? Totally unpicked. He kept a selection of fish back in the cold on purpose. They know what they're doing. They know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
And it was literally me versus him picking. So it'd be me, then it'd be him. And he was looking and he said, you pick very well. And I thought, not as fucking well as you do. But, if I'm honest, this, with regards to the body shape, so the heads on his Asagi are always really sort of strange sort of shape, and it's special. So when you go into his big round pond and it's there, mate. When you go into his establishment, you don't see many bigger Asagi, and he has got a pond in the far right hand corner, mate. I was looking down, and it's like I shit you not, it must have been 105, 110 cm.
God damn.
And it was just, mate, massive. So getting my hands on these, at the quality that I've got, and this isn't all of the ones I've got, guys. I've got more in the shop. All right, so and again, I haven't picked a special one out because they're all as equally good. Some of them have got more Benny, some have got less Benny. I picked this one because, if I'm honest, I knew it'd sell itself, and that's why I've not sat on the bids, right? But when we look at this, it's nowhere near finished, but all the attributes are there. The Benny's in the cheeks, the Benny's in the fins. Got a little bit, that Benny will come. It will come below the lateral line all the way down. The blue scales across the top. Reticulation is excellent. Again, on a young fish.
That's
probably
one of the best snow Asagis, mate, I've seen for its example, man. That is just textbook.
I'm just going to go through the bits.
How clean its head is. I know we always say that a lot, but look how clean that head is.
Yeah, but we do, Gaz, because when I pick my fish out, I do look for those sort of quality. I don't want a fish that's head speckled with like Benny or shimmies or whatever, Yeah. Oh, Alan Tate even put a bid in. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that, mate.
Tate. That's your pocket money gone for week. It's up. Oh my God! It's actually up there. It's up at 200, mate.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just going through the bids for people.
To start timer.
I'm just letting people see what's done. Up to £200. Right.
There you go. So,
I ain't chatting, mate. Mate, by the time you'd written that out, another load of bids had come in from what you put in. Tight as arseholes. I told you he was trying to steal it. Look.
Yeah, trying to steal it at 125, Rick. Come on. Rick, you know the potential of that fish.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on. All right. That's what we're going to do because let's get
that quality deserves it.
Mate, let's fake it, mate. Otsuka, absolutely banging. a saggy breeder. Absolutely banging.
Best fish at night, mate. In my opinion, that one.
Yeah, I was going to leave it till last, but I did promise somebody earlier that I'd do it a bit earlier. But still got a couple of steak dinner tonight. Not at all, mate. If anything, it's only £200. They sell for more in the shop. I ain't going to lie to you.
Is this one that was in the far when you go outside, the far left vats? That was the third or fourth one down.
No, mate. So these were undercover when you come down.
Ah,
so you wouldn't have seen them, mate. Size. Those people that don't know, Si from up north, Koi Pond, he knows his fish, guys. So look at the. Right, okay. Let's for those people that don't know, look at the size of the head. Okay, any koi, you always look for the size of the head. Now, a saggy are never going to have a Sakai fish farm power body, and they shouldn't, in my opinion, because they are one of the best koi on the market that should have that elegance.
Look at that for a statement, mate. New Forest koi, absolute spot on example of a young Asaga.
Agreed. And one thing I do, I'll blow my own trumpet. Asagi, I absolutely adore them. And it's one of the first fish that I really learned in the koi world. So I've got a good eye for an Asagi. I ain't gonna lie.
Thing is, though, mate, they are one of the oldest original. But for me, the Snow White Asagi is probably one of the most standout, beautiful fish that is in the types of.
It's getting a very good one, mate.
It is, mate.
That's the hard thing on a snow Asagi. It's getting a good one. They're hard to get.
I mean, that couldn't have been any more symmetrical, could it, with its patterning on its head? 225 from up north. Go on, Si. Now, I would love this to end up in your pond, mate, because I know that come 12 months' time, that fish will be pushing 55, 60 cm.
Yeah, I mean, right. Don't be put off by chibbing this eye, right? Chibbing this eye just means they've been kept cold.
Kept cold, yeah.
For a small period of time. Why is it good to do that? I'll tell you why it's good to do that, because you let the development come on a fish. You're not pushing it. You're not trying to get it big quick. And to be perfectly honest, most people, when they buy a toes eye, most people are not heated, right? Yeah. The thing is, so you're getting natural growth, but, it's in a chibi Nisai. It's in its Nisai era, i.e. just into Nisai, right? So when we look at this, right, this is what we could achieve. But he's kept his best ones behind. He's got rid of the toes he didn't want. He's kept these in cold water. He's let them develop. Skin quality increases. The benny starts to thicken up. So when it comes to actually selling a fish, you've got a better quality fish that shows its beauty without all of the heat and all of the pushing that we do. That actually it pushes out some of the quality when we rush a fish.
Yeah,
and
so mine are all got a good chance then.
Yeah, mate, definitely. Just because they're not on heat, don't mean to say or because it's classed as a small Nisai. It's because it hasn't been put through all of those sort of events that we put a fish through in our ponds. We increase the heat, we up the feed, etc., etc. Right? That we know that heat makes fish grow because their metabolism changes. Put them in the cold, they still develop. So it should not put you off. £240 with Adrian Paula. First bidder, I think, mate. Thank you very much, Adrian. I know you've had a couple on this, but good to see you putting your money down, mate. Appreciate you tuning in. Okay, we're on 4 minutes and 30.
Stunning. And yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's a good point.
30 cm, not small, really. It's not at all.
It's not.
Just into Nisai. So
just in as well, yeah. So
just into Nisai. It's not bad. It's not bad, really. Anyway, even for a chibi Nisai, it's a good size.
Okay, I'm going to put 30 seconds in, guys, just to call it for you. So 30 seconds.
Even all the way down, it's peduncle.
He's got a thing about peduncles at the minute. hasn't
Go on, Si.
he? £2.50, Si. That's all you need, mate.
Has it got Kedogin too?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's there. Whether it'll stay or not, I don't know, but it's there. Do you want it, Gaz?
Do I want it?
Yeah.
I'd love it, mate. But that's out of my range already. But that is a mint fish, that.
I wish I could have a pointer on screen to show you little like pieces that I see. It's just too hard to talk it sometimes. Okay, so that's sold then to Adrian Paula. Well done, mate. I think that's fantastic.
Beautiful fish, mate. Congrats, Adrian. Definitely let's. I know I'm saying it again, but that is one I would love to see in the future. That.
If you could just follow the instructions on the bottom of the screen, please, Adrian.
Oh, Mark, just missed out with a 250. Oh, damn it.
Unlucky, mate.
Oh, Mark, you're going to be kicking yourself now, aren't you?
That's really annoying. Right. So, no, not the bid. Right. So those people that do Apple, right? I've got my tablet acting as a sidecar, so I have to drag my mouse screen, like my mouse, through one screen to another, and it won't let. Oh, I've got it now. It wouldn't let me come through, so I'm sitting there going like this, trying to get it across. There. Oh, it's not that one. It's that one. £2,400. Well done, mate, for that. Adrian Paula. Banging.
Yeah.
Right, next one.
Top notch quality. Snow Asaga, that.
Yeah. Yeah, and just to back it, Alan don't always like to come in with any comments because of who he is. The fact that he said cracking koi, mate, that says it all, and I appreciate that because that also means that he's giving me a compliment. So,
and not only that though, mate, he actually bid on it, and it's not a Shura Utsura, so that speaks volumes as well.
Not a snow
Not
Asaga,
a
mate.
yeah,
No,
it's not.
No, it's not a snow Asaga, mate.
My God, I thought it was.
Right. Stop making myself upset that that's been sold. Let's move on to this one.
Is that nice?
Nope. It's just a bloody nice fish.
Good.
Okay, see it scrolling across the bottom, Gaz. Sell it, dude.
Dragon Ball Senki Tosai, 24 cm.
As you put right, so SSF is Sakai Fish Farm, guys. Sakai Fish Farm, guys. For those people that don't know, Dragon Ball Sankey have been kept. I've kept a few out the way, so they're not actually ponds at work for sale. So this one I've kept back. Absolutely, booming fish. And you ain't getting a Dragon Ball Sankey anywhere for £100 of this quality. Not anywhere. So
absolutely stunning.
Right. Look at the Benny plate, number one. Let's look at the colours. We'll go over the body in a minute.
Has it got some gin to it too, Krafty? Is that pearl gin ring?
It's not pearl gin ring, mate. It's got an absolute beautiful shine in the actual scale. It's the lights that make it.
That's the lights reflecting off it. That is
all right. Absolutely oozes quality. So the Benny plate itself, okay, is fantastic quality all the way through. Those people with the eagle eye will notice that it's not a two-step. Okay, so it's got two main dans, but if you look in the tail stop, you will see that there's a small.
There's that little last bit in there.
I'm missing
Facebook bits. Oh no.
I'm just going to look into that, guys. Keep talking them up, mate.
Keep talking about that, mate. Look at the size of its chuffing pecs. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it, this fish? Really is. I mean, a Dragon Ball Sanke from Sakai Fish Farm.
Yeah.
Banger, mate. Absolutely. As Jig said straight off the bat, look at the size of its head. Perfect horseshoe on the head as well. Perfect head pattern. And it's got those nice little patches of sumi coming up, stepping across its body. Perfect pattern. It's got a little bit coming up in the dorsal as well, hasn't it, from the sumi patch? There's no, can't tell though. I'm trying to see if it's got it the Benny coming up with it too. Into the pattern, but I can't tell just when it swims through. Darren Whitehead, 150 quid. Get in there, Daz. Daz is quite partial to a Sanke. Beautiful fish though, mate. That absolutely stunning. Should really this again, Krafty. This should be one that's going and running with the bids straight away. It should be selling itself. 24 cm Tosai.
Okay, but you know, it's that time of the month, mate.
Is it? What do you reckon, guys?
For those guys watching on Facebook, if somebody could just write a test message to me, please, just so I can see if we're picking up the Facebook, because I'm looking on there and it may have it has stopped bringing them into my feed by the looks of it. So if anyone watching on Facebook can just put a test comment in for me so I can see if they're coming across, that'd be appreciated.
Let me see if I can help out.
Thank you, Mike.
Can't believe it. Daz, you got a steal, mate. You're in.
Those people that are watching on Facebook, just so you're aware, guys, I'm not picking up your comments. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run you on my other device. So I'm going to watch you or watch your comments on here, and I will inform people on screen if anything comes through on the video. But there's certainly nothing coming up on my streaming service. So I can only apologise for that, but, you know, I can't do much about it without coming off the live, and I'm not going to do that. So, but I will keep an eye on both. Right, let's go back. Sakai Fish Farm, we all know, full of body, full of power. The fish, when you give them time, they get big, they get strong. It is the body frame of the more modern koi keeper now, and it is actually what everyone wants their fish to look like across Japan with regards to all the breeders, etc. When we're looking at this fish, the belly plate is exceptional quality all the way through. The eagle-eyed amongst you, I've already said, you'll see that there is a small belly spot in the odome, in the tail area just before it reaches the fin. When we're looking at the sumi, maybe a little bit big for some people. I get that. However, it's the fact that there's not a lot of sumi and it's in the right places again says to me that it's very well balanced. So sumi that's underlying will obviously come, but again, as I've said time and time before on my lives on the auctions, the sumi on these has been bred in so it doesn't retract and then come back again. Generally what you see is what you get, but there is underlying sumi that comes. So Sakai tried to create a lineage that stopped the baby sumi aspect, which is basically baby sumi is strong sumi on a small fish, that then retracts under the skin and then comes back at a later date. So the baby sumi is before it retracts. So what he tried to do was actually get it so like on a lot of fish, the sumi shows and stays. And he managed to do that with this lineage. The fins are extremely clean. The tejame isn't there yet, but it will come. It's Sakai. The kiwa, which is the back end of the scale, nice and scalloped, is what we're looking for, both on the beni and the sumi, which is excellent quality. And the shiroji is excellent as well, shiroji being the white skin guys. On top of that, you've also got this extremely mental sheen, which makes it also look sparkly. It's not a gimbal.
It does, doesn't it? Very much so.
It's from a very old gene in the lines of the bloodlines of the fish that
It makes them look ginrin, doesn't it? It makes them look like they are, doesn't it? But
I mean, this
you can see it as it changes, as it moves through the light, that it's the skin luster on it.
Yeah.
Just so you know, mate, I have put my second monitor so everybody can see as well.
I'm watching on my second.
I've got it on second monitor so that you can see. We've got it running on Facebook there as well. So
excellent.
I will be able to spot any bids that might go in or come in on there too.
Okay, then. So does it look like we got any more bidders other than that? So, Gaz, you monitor the Facebook for me, mate. I'm going to start a 2-minute timer, my friend. 2 minutes start now. So, quite surprised there weren't a bit more interest in this one, to be perfectly honest. It shows the power in the shoulders already for such a small fish. The profiles there. It's up to you to then develop it. The key were the sashi. Well, I'm just going to say it's a very high quality fish. And for 150 quid, I think that's the buy of the night if Darren takes it on this.
I have my fingers crossed for you, Daz. Oh, damn it.
No, not oh, damn it. That's the way it's supposed to go. Yeah, there you are. Daz, give him a quick bell. Right, I'm going to leave it with you for a minute, Gaz, while I go and water the horse, mate.
No worries, mate. Okay, come on then, ladies and gents. Let's see what we've got going on here now. We've got Ian Cummins. That's come in with 160 bid. Daz, what say thee? Are you going to come back with £2.50 increments, I do believe? Do you want to step up for an extra £2.50? I won't tell Estelle. Mark's jumped in there with 170 quid. Thank you very much, Mark. Let's see what the other gentlemen want to do in return. Have we got anything coming from Ian Cummins? Oh, Cunningham, sorry. Or have we got anything from Daz, Darren Whitehead? Gentlemen, place your bids. This is an absolute beautiful fish. And I know why Daz is interested in it is because a Sankey is his favourite type of fish. But to get his hands on a Dragon Ball, I'm pretty sure he'd be well happy about doing. Potential for a breeding program. Oh, Daz. Never mind, mate. We've got Mark in 170. Thank you very much, Mark. We have no bids on the Gaz, stop the clock. Put the trifle down, Daz. We've got no bids on Facebook, so it is with you, Mark, at present at 170.
Come on, Ian. This is worth more than that, mate. Mark. Sorry, mate. Let's get them bids coming up. Worth more than 170.
All day long.
I'll tell you now, any of these... There you go.
Oh, damn it, man. I've just got myself more homework. Could somebody do... In fact, no. It'll be there anyway. I can find it by just going back.
I'll tell you what it is, mate.
Are you going to give me the answer to my homework?
I'm going to go and eat. I feel like I'm sitting in a bloody cave. It's that dark in here. That's better. Need to be paid more money to pay me a lecky bill.
Yeah.
That's a minute. Got a minute left.
1 minute.
Mark's back in, so let's reset that clock.
There we are. 180 from Mark. 175 from Ian.
What I will say is that even at the koi show, when you get your deals, you're not going to find a Dragon Ball. You probably won't even find a Dragon Ball Sankey there, if I'm perfectly honest. And if you did, you wouldn't be finding Tozai going at this price. I promise you that. Sakai Fish Farm. Look at the Kiwa. Look at the Sashi. The Sashi is the shady area on the front edge of the scale, right? Absolutely banging. The fact that we've got Sumi in the right places on that fish when it comes, it is going to be spectacular. When you get a little bit more in the tail tube, pop through, you've got the little bit separate in between dam 1 and dam 2 coming. I promise you, again, trust the process, guys. A year, 2 years time, when you've got more body, more length, and the colour, the Sumi actually doing what it's supposed to on a more finished fish, you've got a different fish altogether than the one that you're looking at. And will it get big? Yes, it will. Look at the size of its bloody head, its mouth, and its shoulders, which is Sakai Fish Farm characteristics all the way through. 3 people in this: Ian, Mark, and Ian. Ian and Mark.
Profile to die for.
It's got everything, mate. So the quality, look at the skin, exceptional all the way through. The fact that you got that shine in there as well gives it that little edge for me. The Kiwa, which is the back end of the scale, are scalloped all the way through. I can't remember, Marizoni, I think it's called, off the top of my head. Yeah, it's what people look for.
Well,
we've got a minute to win it. Minute to win it, guys. Currently, we're being at 190. There are currently 150 people in, so they obviously was watching the Saggy, but still 150 people is a lot. Let's get it going. Anything on Facebook, mate?
Nothing at present, mate. No. Last one is thumbs up from David Thompson.
30 seconds. Oh, Mark's back in, 200 quid.
Oh, change my mind, Mark. Oh, you sneaky one.
I mean, I am as genuine as they come. I'm not trying to sell an old slipper. I promise you, you won't get fish like this at this price anywhere. Not anywhere. And they're as good as anybody else's fish. In fact, the quality of our fish are excellent. Excellent. Just look into Sumi. That's all I'll say. Go on, Gaz. Talk.
Big Walker's Koi is back from his chippy ram raid. Big bowl Sumi on a Sankey is
very in vogue.
And sought after.
I'll tell you what, it's got some.
Does it make you want to strike a pose?
It's very true, mate. My passions are Saggy, Sankey, Achiba. They're my 3 favourite koi.
Agreed to them. Can't just have one.
No, you can't, mate. How can you? There's so many different ones.
Yeah, true, mate.
I appreciate them all, but my top 3 of them ones, man. Ian Cunham's back in 205. Ooh. There you go, Al. Have some of that slap. Is you like Madonna?
Alan, are you going to take that sat down?
Again, it's actually quite a Lee Hadfield fish for Sankey.
Yeah.
The body on it is massive for this for the size of the fish. It just dominates.
It does, mate.
I ain't gonna lie. When you see these sort of fish out in Japan, these are the ones that are put in a special pond somewhere out the way. And to be able to get your hands on one is special. Oh, Colin, there you go. Yeah.
There you go.
which is why it was picked out for today, to be perfectly honest. I like to have, I don't know, people notice I sort of bring the quality towards the end, or bring the quality, you know, because you've got to, haven't you? You don't ever have the best bits at the beginning of a film, do you?
No. It should be a slow burner and then finish with a bang.
It was Sakai, you're right.
Look at the GC
Oh,
British.
I ended my stopwatch. So currently we're marked at 210. Who else was in? Ian, over to you, mate. 2-horse race.
We're all no bids on the Facebook yet.
Benny Patton to die for as well. Sumi's he's got all the attributes for the Sankey. All you got to do is grow it, to be perfectly honest. Let the rest do itself. You know, the sash is tight, really, really tight. The Kiwa is excellent, absolutely excellent, top grade. You know, and when that Sumi comes, I promise that fish, I don't have to promise, the fish tells you. You can see where it is. There's no guesswork. The only guess you've got is how long it's going to take to come. And the fact that it's sitting so shallow under the skin, a year's time, I think that it will come.
Oh, Eric.
Somebody else in the race, Eric, 215. Yeah, you know, I think it'd come, and it, you know, 1 year, maybe 2 years for a fully finished fish. Put 2 years growth on a Sakai fish. What you're looking at there, 60, 70 cm if you push it, you know.
Nisai into Sansai.
Yes. Right, you know, and again, decent enough for the show scene, without a shadow of doubt. Even now, actually, or you know, it's got enough Sumi on it there. You know, potential. Put it in a show vat. You don't know what you're up against. You've got a good chance there because you're not going to get a fully finished fish at this sort of thing, but it's got a chance. You know, one for those people that well, you'll see if you come to the National Koi Show at the end of June.
Yeah.
You know, Baby Champion and, you know, the smaller fish, the big prizes, and a lot of people, because they're affordable, a lot of people go for it. You know, I for one certainly would with this sort of fish. I'd give it a go. Yeah, Walker Koi again. All the best Sankey breeders in Japan use Ace Sakai, without a doubt. All well, Sakai bloodlines everywhere now, isn't it? You know, you're going to find a trace or an element of it there somewhere. So still, Mark back in at 220. Eric, Eric's had one tonight already, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Eric, you don't want that fish to be travelling on its own, mate. So's Mark, actually.
Eric's had two. He took the Shag and the Kajaku.
Yeah. Check you out. Memory, mate. I don't remember stuff like that, me. Got too much else going on in there, you know. Okay, 30 seconds past. Minute and a half left. 225.
Oh,
New bidder, Richard.
Bid. Gonna treat myself to a bit of stuffed crust meat feast.
Mate, how come you're not eating that already? I would have been slapping that down with chops already, man. Me. In fact, I would have been talking with my mouth full.
Because it's pizza, and that's the worst thing you can do, in it. Just put it straight in your mouth, because the cheese always burns the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
Then it's ruined for the rest of the meal.
Oh, yeah, fair point now. Fair point.
Look at that. Nice big mirror cap there in his leather. Is it a leather? Leather cap?
Yeah, leather.
Yeah, nice.
It's got a right set of pecs on him, and oh, look at that. That's where he's been playing that fish for an hour, mate. That is.
That's the one. In with a new fresh bid. Congrats, Rich.
Yeah, new bidder as well. Good to see. 3-horse race, Mark, Eric, Richard. Krafty got steel chopped. What does that mean? Do you know what that means, Gaz?
I've no idea, mate. I'm just guessing he's typing while he's riding his BMX again.
Either that or he's had 16 cans while he's been watching. Minute left. Don't we all, mate? Don't we all? Minute to win it, guys. Mark, are you in? Eric, are you in? If you're out, let me know, please, guys. I'll tell you what. If you're out, let me know. I'm not going to keep that 2-minute timer. And if you're both out, then I'll sell it. If not, put a bid in, please, guys. Eric's back in at 2:30.
Was that Richard just admitting to a bit of catfishing there?
Yes, mate.
Keep my profile picture how I looked 20 years ago. Still get the ladies chasing.
Come on then, son.
Oh, Mark says he's out.
Mark's out, so it's still with Eric. Rich, what are you doing, mate? If you're out, let me know, please, pal. If not, let's get another $5 on there at least, mate.
We're still all good on the Facebook side of things, mate.
We got one left, haven't we? Oh, yeah. Nice shower. Back in with 240. Eric, over to you, my friend. It's just transferring the money, honey. That's what he's doing. Eric, if you're in, put a bid in, please, dude. If you're out, let me know so I can move it on.
Either that or his missus is chasing around the living room trying to get his mobile out of his hand before he gets another bid in.
Eric's back in at 250. Look at the when that fish comes in, look how deep that sumi is on the shoulder when you get a nice close up.
Colin says, sure, the price in the store was more than this as well. No. So this is bargain.
Yeah, it is.
This price.
I ain't going to lie, it's a lot more than this.
Well, at least you might not have to get up to go to work in the morning.
Yeah. I don't mind that. I think it's nice. Like for me, it's nice to sit down, chill out, do what I like doing, which is looking at fish, selling fish to you guys as well. It's enjoyable. So Richard's out. Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. Eric, congratulations, mate. You got yourself an absolute beast there, mate. And again, at a steal of a price. Just for process. If you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, mate.
Congratulations, Eric. Belters tonight.
Update this.
He just bought the perfect pond collection, hasn't he?
Nice. It's got yeah.
A beautiful chag. Beautiful.
Look at what the comments are saying. I thought there'd be a bit more love for people on here. Fair play. Some cracking bidding going on. I agree with that, mate. Jigsers, give you a round of applause. Mike's shower time. Yeah, we'll get there in a minute. Laugh out loud. Okay, so right then. So the final fish of the evening, guys. An absolute cracking fish as well. Let me just see. PAC. Well, it's a good number as well. So number 69. So everybody remember that. It's a shower. It's a Tozai. It's 30 cm. Let's get it on screen, shall we? Is it that one? There we go. Boom.
Oh, look at that, man. That is mint.
Tozai 30 cm, guys. Otsuka, so you can see I've been dipping in the Otsuka pond today. Absolute beast. Look at the pattern. The pattern will sell it. It's fantastic. Only a Tozai. Starting bid 75 quid.
Look at the menswear coming on that one.
Okay.
Very nice, Krafty, that. First bid, Mr. Lawson,
Guys,
£75.
just keep bidding in the background. I'll go through them in a minute. So, right, let's have a look at the fish itself then. So, cracking body line. Again, I'm not gonna push into the frame too much. You can see on this fish, being a tozai, it will body out as it gets older. You're not looking for too much of that. What we're looking for is the frame. Okay, the frame's there between the leading ray of the dorsal and the top of the head. There's a good gap, right? That's one thing we're looking for in tozai. We're also looking for the distance from the eye to the front of the nose. That shows the size of the head. When you look going back, it's going to grow in what's the word I'm looking for? It's in proportion. Okay, so there's a lot of clues in the head on how the fish will grow lengthwise. And when we're looking at this, big wide head, long face, big mouth, good gap between the top of the head back to the dorsal fin. And when you look at the profile into the tail tube, you've got the right length from the dorsal fin right up to the odome, which is the tail stop. It shows that it's got, as that fish grows and bodies out, you've got an absolute peach of a structure to grow into. On top of that, when we look at the pattern, like, again, a lot of white skin. For me, it's a must for me personally.
I like that to it, mate.
It's got an absolute banging Benny plate with loads of character. People say don't look for a Kahaku pattern in a shower. I couldn't agree more. But when you look at the front, you've got that beautiful zigzag on the Benny pattern over the front, that little red patch and sumi patch on the nose. But then when you look in the tail end, you have got spot over side. And the balance just in the Benny plate alone is exquisite. When you put the sumi on top of that, right, again, we all know that showa take time to develop. What you're seeing now is not the finished article. See where this is in 3 years' time. When that sumi development really comes, again, it is in all of the places that will make this fish look absolutely different class. Again, is it a show fish? For me, yes, I nearly swore. Yes, it really is. All right. But is it now? No. Is it in 2-3 years' time? Definitely. Yeah. An absolute exquisite example of what a shower for me should look like. And to have it as good as what it is at this age, exceptional. Let the bids come in, guys. I'm still not seeing enough on this, guys. And there's over 140 in the chat. We are at Michael bang straight in at 75. Good idea to try and steal it, mate. Jeff's in 100. Colin's in at 150. Okay. Increments of £5, guys. Let's not mess about. Let's get it going. What do you reckon, Gaz? Now I've just watched you take a bite of your pizza. Just
that's a beautiful fish. A lot of people do prefer. Mike Sullivan was in at £100. Sorry, I shall keep my eye on that too. A lot of people do prefer the old style shower, but I personally do think the new set like this with that more of the Saroji around it all.
Is it Kindai? Does it get into that bracket, you see?
It's what, sorry?
Kindai, is it?
Is it Kind? No, I don't think so. No.
I don't either. It's just that I've just got a text asking that.
No, I want to say Kindai. Kindai would be more to the underside with the beam white, wouldn't it? And then you'd get more orange going down around the body with the blacks, with the sumi laid over top of it then.
Again, what we've got to look at here, right, is not now. Think of body development, guys, right? As that fish does this, like the shoulders body out, fill out, think about the frame. So frame the top of that fish and you'll see more, you'll get more Benny show, you'll get more Shiroji coming in from the sides, and that'll show as well. When that sumi comes in the right places, because you can see what I would call like the underlying sumi, little tiny dots here and there, just on the shoulder, left-hand side of the shoulder. That's going to come. That's going to break that bend. I think actually that the spot on the head through to the shoulder into the middle of the fish, I think that where those, across the whole of the fish, that sumi spot, you'll see there's a little bit more underlying on the left-hand side. That will join up, and that will actually separate those two dangs by having a sumi block going across that. Again, that's what you've got to look at in the development, where that fish, what that fish is going to look like. And then when you couple that with where the benny placement is in the rear of the fish, dot, of benny plate all the way through with a sumi in the right places. Again, on the head, you're going to get a memoir that is to die for. Again, it's going to join up all the way through the middle of the head into the nose, and it's just going to create an absolute masterpiece when you look at the art of koi across the head pattern. It's going to look absolutely mental.
We're still good on the old Facebook one, but we did. Apologies, Mike. I did miss your bid there, but at 100 you've been outbid. If you're still interested, mate, stick it in there now. We'll keep my eye on the Facebook one for you too.
Last one, darling.
That is nice. That's a very nice fish. It looks male to me, to be fair. Not saying it is, but you would certainly give more of a male vibe to it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's giving a male vibe, but it's unsexed. And and looking where male fish now in the show world are, that you've only got to look at what they're doing in Japan. They've got their own class, but they're competing, and they're not worth anything less now.
No.
Okay, I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on this, guys. Last fish of the day. We're at 9:30. Bloody hell, 3 hours we've been banging this out for. So 5-minute timer on, guys. Don't let this one escape because it is fabulous. And again, what I will say, whoever wins this, I really want to see this fish in 12 months' time, 24 months' time. And what I will do is I'll show the development of this fish to whoever gets it.
Yeah,
right, just to prove my point.
To see just what it does.
100%. I'll prove my point. This is in the right pond with the right diet. Again, he's a contender in the show scene. I really do think that the pattern is to die for. Surprised there's no bids coming in on it, guys.
Yeah, I am too, mate, to be fair. See that cheese and the stuffed crust, man, that's still hot.
Such a girl.
Oh, wow.
I'm just looking at the how the memoir is going to develop on that fish, mate. It's gonna break that benny plate in half and come across that shiroji stripe. You're still going to have some of that shiroji in there, I think.
It looks like it's going to make the perfect wide, doesn't it?
Oh, there's a bloody good chance of that happening as well, mate. Sumi development, you can look in 3 years' time, completely different amount of sumi on there. Well, in Jeff's brought it up to 160.
Oh, there we go. Shots fired.
Colin's back in 170.
Crack of that, mate.
200. Thank you, guys.
Very nice. Still clear on Facebook, mate. We're all good.
Thank you. 220, Colin.
This is quite hard to watch two screens at once.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jeff's back
Now
into
she's sitting where she should be going.
That's better, guy. To be fair, that is where it should be going now.
Yeah.
Kobayashi bloodline. Oh yeah, you're correct, mate. Sorry, pal. I forgot to mention that. Kobayashi is correct.
But Mr. Tate might have had a sneaky bid on this one.
Nah. I know his game. I know what his plan is, mate. Got the back door open and fucking moths just come in, darting at the light bulbs. You know what they're like? If it was my brother, mate, he'd be on the table running around. Ah!
It's not like him. Still good on Facebook. Motor growing in the left pec will reduce.
So yeah, I haven't mentioned that. So yeah, the left pec will recede. Always does in shower. You know, it's there early on. It'll pull back. There is motor guru in the knuckle of this fin. You probably don't see it on the camera, to be fair, but it is there. I checked it earlier. That's what I'm getting at, Jigs, mate. Colin's back in 260.
Ooh, Jeff
300. Well done, Jeff.
Again, this will be fish that'll get to a good size if it's in that pond.
It's the same with Colin's pond, mate. I know Colin's pond as well. I also know what quality fish he's got. So the fact he's bidding on this. Not all my customers get to see all my fish, mate. I like to keep them hidden in plain sight or sometimes behind the scenes.
What's your preferred choice then? Would you say the more new style shower or a traditional?
I like both, Gaz, personally. I think I'm quite a traditionalist, but shower are not my fish. I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate them. I know a good one from a bad one. But I'm more of a Sankey man, so you know, for me, if it's got the quality, I'll appreciate it, and only the right one I'd ever put in my pond. You know.
Yeah.
Walker, he is watching, but he's got his boy, mate. So obviously, his boy's always going to take precedence over his fish, and quite rightly so.
Still good on the Facebook.
Waiting on you, Cole. Again, yeah, another year, 2 years' time. I'd like to see the development of this fish as it goes through. But you've only got to see the head, Gaz. So it's perfect. For me, the Sumis come more. Well done, Cole, mate. Appreciate that. Jeff, that's yours. Sold. 300 £300, mate. Congratulations. An absolute, I don't think, well, to be fair, none of the fish anyone's going to be upset with, but that one is an absolute cracker, mate. Well done.
Congrats,
and a good bidding war as well. We all like them. Again, I want to say thank you to absolutely every single one of you that's joined in tonight. I can't promise I'm going to get one done next Tuesday. Hang on, let's come back on that before we go into all this.
So we're not going to see you next Tuesday then, no?
Let's put that on. Just be aware of the ticker down at the bottom, guys. Let's put that one on and let's zoom. What does this one do? Ah, that's cool. Right, so I want to say thank you to absolutely every single one of you tonight. Let's let's just
Thank
put
you all
them
for
out
joining us,
before
guys.
we sign off.
Sweet.
Right, so what I will say, I'm going to try and get one done next Tuesday. I can't promise because a lot of my time's going to be taken up prepping for the show that you can see at the bottom of the screen for the end of June.
44th BKKS National Koi Show.
We're going to be there. We're going to be taking loads of fish, loads of deals to be had from Perfect Aquatics. I'm a massive fan of the BKKS and the National Koi Show, as people will know that watch me regularly. I can't promise I'll be on next week, but what I will do is I'll let everybody know what we're doing via Perfect Aquatics Facebook page. He's had a beer already, look.
Is that Ezra?
But what we'll say is thank you very much for tuning in. It's been
Thank you very much.
fish, 3 hours, absolutely banging. I really enjoyed doing it, guys, and you know I'm gonna keep doing it as best I can for you guys, so you all get decent fish for decent money. I don't think there was a bad bid tonight. Actually, looking at the winning bids for the night, I think that half of them fish probably went too cheaply, which means that you guys are the winner overall. If I'm honest, so some of them were around where they should be as well. So, like I say, I'll never rip you off, guys, and always sell you proper Japanese fish, you know, right quality at the right price point. So, thank you. Again, Gaz, thanks for joining me, mate.
My pleasure, mate. Thank you for having
So
us.
much better, mate, having someone on. You know,
Even if I'm eating pizza, made you really hungry now.
it doesn't matter to me, mate. What day is it today? Tuesday. It is, isn't it? I don't even.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Right. So I will be on Thursday nights live with Gaz. For those people that don't know, Gaz's Koi Pond YouTube channel. Tune in 7:30 every Thursday. What was you about? About to say anything, mate?
Hopefully I'll be awake. That's Colin says, see you tomorrow. No, well, actually, there is a video out tomorrow. There's one out this evening, and there will be one to follow tomorrow with a live on Thursday night. So, yeah, tune in.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully, I will see you all next Tuesday. Yeah.
Cricket bat.
And yeah, cricket bats and all that. So, anyway, thanks again, guys.
Good night, all.
And
Thank you for
we'll
joining us.
see you again soon. Keep your eyes on Facebook.